Welcome back, everybody, to the Gears Esports Summer Major. We got back-to-back championship caliber matchups. This next one's going to be a doozy. If you're a fan of eUnited, you'll enjoy this one, as we, of course, will break down these rosters here in just a moment. But if you're from Mexico, if you're a fan of Latin America, and if you're hoping for the first time that LATAM will hoist the trophy, the Pittsburgh Knights are here to hopefully show up better than they did yesterday. Let's just be honest here. John Kefalukas, also known as Fallout, joined alongside Ryan and Ashes, two of our most winningest coaches in Gears Esports history. Glad to have you both on the desk with me. Ryan, welcome to the desk for the first time today. How you doing, my man?
I am doing wonderful, guys. Thank you so much for having me. It's been a good day, man. It's been a good weekend.
Technically, you're having yourself.
I thought about making a little extra pun there, but I thought I'd let it slide. But no, I'm super happy to be on here. I love getting on the desk with Nick as well. Obviously, we had a really cool rivalry over the years, and so two guys who spent a lot of time on Gears. So I love getting on the desk with him now that we get to be teammates. So this is going to be good, man. Friday was awesome. Honestly, I know this is my first time, so I get to kind of do a little bit of an unpack on Friday. Yesterday was like the most exciting Friday we've had in a long time, right? Obviously, we had a lot of close games, not a lot of those same normal 3-0s. So that just tells me we're in for a hell of a weekend.
Yeah, that's right. Let the record show I didn't bring up the rivalry. Ryan did first.
I had to beat you to it. Wow. You think you're slick. You're not low.
Meanwhile, we got Ashes, the coach of Optic Gaming and NRG and UIU for a little bit. And of course, glad to have him joining us on the desk yet again. Ash, how you feel, man?
I'm good, man. I'm excited for this next matchup. You know, I've got some of my former boys on that eUnited roster. I mean, Ryan's got, Powers. He was one of the ones who discovered Powers. So I'm sure we're both excited to see how these guys do in this next matchup against the quote-unquote LATAM Kings, though I don't know if you can really call them that anymore. You got Rebel looking good. You got Fiera looking good. So, but anyways, the seasoned Kings of LATAM in the Pittsburgh Knights. Yeah, the air quotes out there going up against our boy Powers. I'm excited, man.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And let's just be honest. Ryan only discovered Powers because y'all were just winning everything. You couldn't even fathom dropping somebody for Powers, but no, just
do something.
Good pickup, Ryan. Yeah,
gotta try something.
Good pickup. You gotta try something to beat explosive and mental. That's for sure. Back in the day, accurate days. Of course, we're going to start to preview this matchup. Let's take a look at these rosters. Those are maybe getting here and tuning in and haven't maybe had a chance to watch Gears in quite some time. We got Powers, the man, the myth, the legend, the young GOAT. In the making. I don't know if it's too early to call him the GOAT, I think, over mental and others, but young GOAT in the making from the Bronx. Meanwhile, he's joined alongside TJ Force, also from New York, Demise, and Dyslexic, joining his team from Mexico. Big pickup, picking up the young, very, very talented player and arguably one of the best pound-for-pound individual players in Mexico. On the flip side, we got the Pittsburgh Knights. Speaking of Mexico, the return of Desanide and Identives, the duo on the same team, joined alongside two newer dominant players in Gears 5 and late Gears 4. It's Fiersley and Raver. Very, very talented individual two players combined with the experience and teamwork of Desanide and Identives. And look, chat, Pittsburgh Knights, they need your energy. We're sitting here air quoting the best team in LATAM. Are they still the best team? That is the question. Well, they're going to have quite the test right here, gentlemen. Do you think PK even has a chance against United, who looked really, really good, Ash?
No. I wanted to draw out a little suspense there, but realistically, I mean, come on, this is not the PK of old. This is not the Kings of LATAM anymore. I'd give that to Rebel or Fury 1 over them. United's looking really good this event. United looked really good last event, so I can only imagine they improved since then. I don't know if PK really has a chance in this one.
Dang. I listen, I like the honesty. That's why we like bringing you on the desk here. Let's take a look at the bands. Ryan, walk us through the bands that we've seen so far in this one.
Yes, we're going to see that Ritual Control band coming from the Pittsburgh Knights. I like that pick a lot because we've seen eUnited, of course, put together a number of strong performances on that map. eUnited going to go ahead and ban that Reactor Control, probably pretty expected. As we kind of progress through, you're going to see Tomb, Harbor, Clock Tower all be banned. I'm looking forward to seeing the picks. I'm going to guess there's a Vaskar in the mix because we've just been seeing so freaking much Vaskar. But the band that I like the most is going to be that Ritual Control band by the Pittsburgh Knights.
All right, well, in terms of picks and what we're going to see, Ash, walk us through it.
Yeah, so first up, this Regency control pick for PK. That's to be expected. That's a map they took over eUnited in the Pro League. So I'm not surprised by that pick. What I am surprised about is this eUnited Fiera execution pick. They lost this to PK in their Pro League debut matchup. So I would think, okay, maybe it's a pocket pick, maybe it's something they develop, but they're also not historically too strong on that map. So far, in my mind, 2-0 in favor of PK. You got Training Grounds Escalation. Now, this is a really good map for eUnited. This is a map that they prefer, and they also beat PK on this map, so a little bit surprising there for me. If we need it, we go into Control Spire, which I think could be anybody's map. That's a map that requires a little bit more control, so I could see that going in United's favor, and then hopefully we get to see a tiebreaker, because this map, this series, it could be anyone's game. I think it's going to be eUnited. I don't think PK has a chance, but realistically, those maps, it makes me start to change my mind a little bit.
And no Vaskar. We got no Vaskar. There we go.
No Vaskar.
Too much Vaskar this weekend, so I like that pick a lot. That's my favorite pick.
Ryan's happy about that as a tournament operator, especially. Let's take a look at the keys to victory, Fran's keys to success, starting with eUnited. Ryan walks through them.
Well, once again, I continue just to get the most Fran puns ever. eUnited needs to be united. So very, very creative from my former teammate franchise.
So creative.
Of course, they have to use their team Fire to get those easier kills. This eUnited roster has a ton of chemistry. A lot of these guys have been playing together for a very long time. They picked up Dyslexic. He's really, really come into the mold very well with them. This is a team that when they're firing together, when they're using their Lancers as much as their shotguns, can be very, very scary. And then the main storyline with this United team, right, is Dyslexic. We talked about the king of LATAM. Is Dyslexic the new king of LATAM? We believe that he needs to be more impactful than Identis, right? Can he beat out the long-time standing king of LATAM? Obviously, to me, Dyslexic is such an X factor for this team because he's such an impactful player on the map. When he goes quiet, it obviously makes it much harder for them to win. So Dyslexic has to come up big, especially against some of his good old pals over in LATAM.
On the flip side, we have the Pittsburgh Knights. Ash?
Yeah, so the Pittsburgh Knights need to come out.
Dezo guide.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry. I
was just waiting until I got there, but sure, we can start there, John. Dezo guide. He needs to lead by example. He's actually been having a really phenomenal event, despite what we've been saying about their kind of lackluster showing so far. But Dezo guide, he needs to lead this team by example. He needs to be this player that we know he can be. I mean, Fearsley's gunning, Raver's gunning, Identivs is bringing that hype. Dezo just needs to lead the team, keep them calm, and keep them organized. And then they need to play with that anger. They can't let eUnited bully them in gunfights. I mean, you've got, like I said, Raver and Fearsley on your team. Let these guys go, do their thing, win these gunfights. Don't back down from a player like Powers. Don't back down from a player like Dis. Just meet them head on, and I think PKs might have a chance.
All right. Well, you like the map picks. You think in general, if they follow Fran's keys to success, they may have a chance. Let's jump into predictions. I'm excited to hear your thoughts overall in this one. Who do you think is going to take it? Ash, you sticking with United, or based on all of the above, you going with PK?
You know, as we talked through all of these details of the matchup, the maps, the keys to victory that Fran so lovingly provided us, I'm still going to go with the United. I think PK has a lot of things going for them in this matchup, but I got to give it to the boys, TJ and Powers. I think they've got the right tools. I think last major, they could have won that major. And I think this is their major to win, and I think they know that. So I have United taking this one.
It's now or never. Ryan, how about you?
You know, as much as I would love for a Latin American team to come through and win our last event and see Pittsburgh Knights get the long deserving championship, I just haven't loved what I've seen from this team so far in this tournament. Can they turn it around? Absolutely. But have they so far? Not yet. So to me, the easy pick is obviously going to be United. I think coming into this event, it felt a little bit like a two-horse race between Rise and United. So I think United is looking like the much stronger team as we stand today. And so I'm going to go with them.
Yep. Agreed with all the above. United 3-0. I think we're going to keep our 3-0 theme on the day here. I got United taking this one. That is for sure. Good perspective from both of y'all. Appreciate the insights as always. I know the fans want to jump into gameplay, and I think it's just about ready. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we got one of the best American teams versus, the former best LATAM team. We'll see if they can prove that they are still the best and silence all of us. Let's go ahead and throw it over to our casters. It's Blaze and Reflections.
All
Blaze
right.
Reflection.
Thank you so much, John.
Forgot Mia. We got
Mia on the broadcast too as well. You guys can only see the top of her head, but she got her own seat, ready to do her thing and get it here on the broadcast. Look at that.
She is adorable. We need a little
is,
headset
and you know what?
for her.
I honestly think since we got her a nice little seat, she may be in here more often than not. We gotta find her an extra inch so you guys can be she can be with the chat and you guys can see her throughout the
I just hope that us screaming and maybe getting a little wild doesn't scare her off. If it does, I'll be all right. Her daddy will come get her.
If you guys hear her bark, just know she's just as excited as you guys are at home for eUnited and the Pittsburgh Knights.
Yes.
And this is a matchup that we typically be seeing in grand finals. In the past, our 1 and 2 seeds of the Pro League, best of NA and best of LATAM, Now, both of these squads, I don't know if they're the best in NA and LATAM anymore. Maybe number 2 in each region.
Yeah.
Maybe some will say number 3 in each region. But I still think that they're number 2 teams in the region. After PK lost to Fury 1 yesterday, it was a big asterisk. Are you guys ready to go? Okay, this matchup is going to tell us that up against eUnited.
Yeah, eUnited is definitely the favorite, at least in my eyes, especially if you look at their history of playing each other. eUnited is just that better team as a whole. But Pittsburgh Knights are still very strong. The 5 maps that we have before us, I think it's going to be a nail-biter. In fact, even started off on Regency. eUnited's record throughout Pro League 3-1. Pittsburgh Knights 4-2. There's no guarantee PK wins this just as much as eUnited plays. So starting off strong needs to be, in my opinion, eUnited, because I think going into the next map, despite eUnited picking a Fiera, that's not a strong map for them. So I'm super curious as to why they even picked it. So starting off, eUnited, they need to hit PK hard.
Yeah, they do need to hit them really hard, okay? eUnited, this first hill, the pace in which they start playing at is going to tell us a lot. It honestly can go either way. I'm leaning in favor of eUnited based off their performance yesterday and based off of PK's performance as of yesterday. So eUnited, I'm feeling good for them in this series, but hey, let's see if PK is going to have a little bit more fight. Let's see if we get the fangs coming out of them today, and
they need them.
so they can go on a hunt. They do. They look like a shell of themselves. Okay?
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on over there, but I'm trying to see that championship caliber Pittsburgh Knights that we're so used to seeing.
Well, championship caliber, I mean, hey, I don't know about that one. At least they haven't got the championship yet. But grand finals caliber, absolutely. That's what we need to see. I mean, Pittsburgh Knights, the heart and soul of Latin America for the longest time. Honestly, I still think they are the heart and soul. But you have Rebel, who ended up besting them, right? That was a big victory in Pro League. You have Fury 1 obviously taking a tremendous victory as well. So there definitely is some competition at the top, but without question, Pittsburgh Knights history runs deep when it comes to Gears 5 competitive.
Here we go, heading into map number 1. Chad, I hope y'all been having a fantastic afternoon, but as soon as we get into the map, we're gonna need another reset, but let's see if it's gonna be a quick one, right? We got our third one on the board. Third reset.
It's all right. We here. We got the dog. Hey, I'm chilling, honestly, and she is too. So I'm in no rush to get this started, even though it'd be nice.
Now, since we got Mia's seat, we just got to find her like 2 extra inches on it, and then you'll see her at all times. Honestly, just laying here, relaxing, watching some Gears, learning some rotations here from eUnited and the Pittsburgh Knights. All right, third time's a charm. Here we go, folks. This is not a drill. The first fight is about to be underway as Fiercely will get in a hill, but not after taking a good amount of damage from Demise. He'll be able to press up, but gets caught between 2 Pittsburgh Knights members. He'll get taken out, and PK lighting up the kill feed.
Dyslexic could get 1, but yeah, Pittsburgh Knights lit up the kill feed, and now I think there's going to be a rotation from Dis maybe to get himself the M-bar. Panic nades out, get rid of him while he can, and it still doesn't amount to a kill. Now Powers, he's going to be hiding in the corner. He'll pick up 1. M-bar's picked up. Raver's got it. Tough 1v1 for him to win, though, Blaze, and already taking some damage. Raver might be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, he might be, but Raver finds his way to get out of a difficult situation. He'll start rushing down to help his teammates mid-map. 30 seconds on his heel. Raver with the M-bar connected on some body shots, but are the players there to clean up the kills? Yes, they will be. Des able to take down his Lexic, but Fiercely has a tall task as he's on the top portion of the map with the M-bar. What a beautiful shot. Did not get the headshot.
I thought he did.
Did not get the body. He'll get bodied instead. eUnited, they're holding the spawn. They're ready for the next 13 seconds of scrap time on P1.
Yep.
eUnited, hey, they need to get a good amount of points going towards this next hill because PK dominated P1.
That's right, and knowing that Demise might be by himself, Pittsburgh Knights are going to choose to attack the low end of things, work their way up instead of attacking it from the statue side. Honestly, this is a more controlled push. It allows you to not only take over the hill, get the numbers of eUnited staggered, but also take spawn control. But it seems as if they are going to break away and send player 5 up to the top alongside that of player 8. Honestly, this seems like a very disjointed push from Pittsburgh Knights, almost like they didn't know exactly where they wanted to attack, but attack you must. And, well, Dyslexic's going to back away because Pittsburgh Knights find real estate inside the hill.
Powers and Dyslexic working together. TJ finding an opening for eUnited to get some much-needed points, and a double kill coming out. They should have no problems whatsoever clean up these remaining 2 members of the Knights as they'll move in, find a third. The fourth says, I'm not going down without a fight, but fiercely couldn't take one to the grave. He stayed alive so long in that situation where his teammates are going to be staggered a bit. He actually spawns up pretty quickly, and he'll get a close spawn with the squad. PK right back into it to protect their lead. This should be their last team fight on this field. Whoever loses it needs to rotate towards next.
And Powers does have the nades. I think he's going to be throwing them relatively soon, potentially, as he rotates up. He definitely is going to try and assist his teammates. Pittsburgh Knights fighting tooth and nail to take over the hill. Still, though, Powers, we talked about him rotating up. He's here. The nades have been used. He will fall, and Pittsburgh Knights will hold on to the lead they had at the beginning.
All right, PK, they hold on to it. Also, they're able to rotate across map through statue to get towards that swarm spawn and be able to approach this next hill from the high side of the map as they move in towards gold statue. You got Fiercely with a 6 bar shots to work with. Raver's gonna be next to him. He's like, bro, give me some room to work with here, okay?
Be careful. Oh, there you go. There it is. Just enough room to get the heady through the bush. And that's going to be one less player eUnited's going to have. Still, they have one more remaining. A second shot set blind. Dyslexic, we'll see you later. Powers trying to attack the top end of things. And, well, he's got to get through several members of Pittsburgh Knights. In fact, eUnited has to go for the retake. I'm impressed. Pittsburgh Knights are holding on to what they got. They're prioritizing the M-bar, the power weapons in general. They're looking strong, Blaze.
They truly are. Had a bad day yesterday in group play, but so far looking fantastic. But we're only 3 hills into the championship bracket up against eUnited. 2 shots with this M-bar still to work with, but a lot of pressure, a lot of smoke, a lot of flashes and shocks. Fiercely, quick revives from his teammates. What the hell was that shot?
It was a beautiful one. Dyslexic's dead. TJ now filling the brute end of the attack from Pittsburgh Knights, and he's going to end up falling. And I was definitely worried from the top end, but player rate Identitas has stayed alive. That's the guy you want to be in a tight situation to clutch up. He'll fall. eUnited, they'll get the trash time, but ultimately, Pittsburgh Knights still have a definitive lead. We're rotating over towards next. TJ, he's already set up on statue.
TJ waiting for that new M-bar, waiting for his teammates to rotate on up. He's looking towards these spawns. He's going to get one spawn coming in from Fountains. Identitas does not know he's here. TJ does a great job hiding his numbers for the last second, but not a fight he can take, especially with the rest of the squad coming. TJ chooses to back into the hill, gets to his teammates, and he'll have that support fire. Great positioning for eUnited. Now, how will they defend? They have to dodge these shot grenades. This flash can get you to M-bar if you go deep enough, but the nades come out at the right time for the Pittsburgh Knights, and they'll have a man advantage. But what can they do with this man advantage? Get hill time, get M-bar, and now use these power weapons for some more control. The M-bar is not connecting, but maybe one nade still in the hands of PK. It is not. They used all in the last toss, but they're looking like they make it all to points. eUnited starting to strike.
Yeah, they're going to break through. They ended up taking down Raver and Dezo, who was holding down middle. Then it was a full frontal 4-man push onto the Statue Hill, and they take it over with these. Still, 36 seconds remaining. This is enough time to catch up. Absolutely. So the match getting even more competitive as the round does continue, and a bit of a top-end fight for Dyslexic. He'll fall, and Pittsburgh Knights, do they want to attack the Statue Hill? Blaze, it seems as if they're giving it up, but they still have to rotate over where Identitas is at. Give them some help, because eUnited are going to be pressuring up shortly.
And eUnited has already been pressuring up on the Pittsburgh Knights as we're about to get a lead change momentarily. If not, it's pretty much a tie game. PK had a great lead to start this one off, but that last team fight was the big difference maker. Before the end was eUnited getting scraps off the other 3 hills that we had to kick it off. But we'll see if eUnited can once again mount up a great offense to break this PK defense. We're about to find out as Identitas being a first line, flash in hand, looking to get a great time toss. Now he knows he needs to toss his nades right out his opponent's toss there to try to get the jump on him. He just barely gets to cover. A big meat shield coming out from Fiercely, but he has no help. Those players, Identitas lives! Oh, he lives!
Powers, he's up. He's up, and now Powers, he's going to have to go super hard in a 1v2. Powers, though, drops Dezo. Meat shield up. Identives has a chance, and he will solidify it. That push from eUnited was actually great because Powers threw a deep shock. Therefore, Pittsburgh Knights couldn't fully back away. They had to stay centralized. But it's amazing Identives gets back into the fight, picks back up, and makes such a big impact. Even still, eUnited might be able to take it over. But no, Pittsburgh Knights will hold on to what they got. That's the lead. That's the control. It may not be the M-bar, but they're still looking okay.
They're looking okay indeed. Oh, Powers getting blindsided from the left. He should not live in this fight, and he shall not. It's going to be an M-bar on his back that won't be able to get it used anymore. So huge kill coming out for Identities as well. His team still collecting points on Fountain. PK gets an early rotation up to the top left-hand corner of your mini-map at Couches. The United still haven't made their way up, but they do have the spawn. Right-hand advantage for PK on this defense should make things slightly easier, but you got to put out the shots. You got to wait for help. The shots, the nades, they're out. The damage, the back A's. It's eUnited putting on a slaughter. Now they're looking to kick their feet up and start collecting some time.
It's going to be a tough hold from Pittsburgh Knights no matter which way you cut it. You have to take over spawn control on this hill specifically. It's very spawn dominant. You don't get spawn control, you're just going to have a tough time dealing with constant respawns. And eUnited, they're feeling good. I mean, this is a critical point plays where they needed to catch up. They were about to be down more than 80-plus points. Like, that is a scary prospect going against a caliber of Pittsburgh Knights. But if PK can regain control shortly, they're going to be just fine, and they're going to be making a valiant effort to push through. Smokes are out, but the marks are also in. The team fires going to be mowing down players. Pittsburgh Knights feeling the heat, the Lancers, the shots, the damage. A rare sight. eUnited playing as a team, but even still, Pittsburgh Knights still on the hill.
So insane right there. The team fire coming out from eUnited. I've seen that before. Now, 40 points remaining, plenty to get them to tie. But we will see PK at least fight for it one more time, Taylor. As I say that, you look at your mini-map, and they say, we're out.
Yes.
Okay, let's play for the next hill. We don't want to give up any big advantages. What power weapons are coming up? They'll find themselves a shot grenade. We got nades in 16. We got M-bar in 5 seconds as well. So, a lot to play for. TJ should be able to get a free M-bar here on the side of eUnited. Player 5 or 7, they need to make their way down and get those nades. They come up in 4 seconds. eUnited, they put themselves in position to stop it. And also, I feel like, too, as well, PK knew that they were in a position to get the M-bar, so I don't even think they wanted to attempt the nades because they saw the timers themselves and knew that it wouldn't be a great rotation. Instead, they got to dodge all of these power weapons. They got to dodge the explosive damage. Desnai with the bot walk, but he couldn't get that last pellet he needed for the chunk. Fiercely and Identitas working together to take down TJ. Fiercely ducking Identitas with the suppressive fire, but he'll get cleared out of that mid statue. And now Demise looking to hunt down Fiercely, but he got hunted down first. The save does not come through. It will on the side of the PK, but not for eUnited. Identitas coming off the respawn, trying to get to Desnite, and Fiercely, he won't be able to make it in time. He'll shift out, try to get his team spawns up top at info as Powers is trying to beat him to the punch. They may square up right now for position, but Powers, a lot of damage right there on Identitas.
A lot of damage. He'll back away, and that was crazy how much emphasis was put on the mid fight. You don't see that too often. Maybe up on Statue Hill, but definitely not for Roses. But that was just the way the cookie ended up crumbling. Demise, so much damage outputted. You still have Powers off to the right, but up the steps we go. And TJ, is he going to be able to break through? At this point, I don't know. Great three-man push from PK. That's going to be another 2 down and completely out. Powers is still by himself. He needed his teammates to break up the steps. They don't. So that pushes them all the way back. Pittsburgh Knights surely in control of next.
Yeah, surely. So, eUnited, they got a long journey across the map to get back here and contest this hill, but luckily for them, they got scrap time on old, but not anymore. They won't be giving up a lot of points. They have the lead. Do you bank this off that back right pillar to land behind Brochure?
Yeah.
We're about to find out, but I'm loving the lineup. His opponent should be able to hear that. It sounded like a windmill, right?
It was loud.
Big chunk of metal generating electricity. He's charging that shot grenade. Get all the juice on that, dyslexic. Here we go. eUnited push coming out towards the back lines. Dezenai in a shocking situation. He'll hop the fence and he'll get the down. Powers can't do anything at all. Demise locked up in a 1v1 and locked down by Raver.
Yeah, Demise was trying to flank. You could see what he was up to, but it just doesn't pay off. Even though he had the right mindset, the execution falls a little bit short. Just in the nick of time, Dezo will get picked back up by Raver, and also the nades will go in possession of Pittsburgh Knights. And also, just in the nick of time as well, Blaze, it looks like Pittsburgh Knights are about to regain the point control. But enough focus on the last hill. We now have to focus on the new hill, one where you spawn control is absolutely critical. Identus maybe trying to bait out Demise. Dyslexic, though, he doesn't take the bait, so Identus now has to push into him. This is a critical point where Pittsburgh Knights can take topside control and could very well get close to closing out map 1.
Yeah, they definitely can. Tie game, 223 to 223. TJ will find himself a kill. Will he get revived? He shall not. Powers off the respawn. Pretty much 2 down on the side of eUnited on this side of the map as they have that man advantage and they're trying to be proactive, but you don't see enough confidence in that 1v1 on the stairs. Wasn't confident in that shot in the left hand. Dezenai, though, him and Identus will take down Demise and Powers. 4v2 on the map here for PK. Raver taken out. Fiercely taken out. TJ looking for one more, having to get his health back, using that cover, not taking any more bullets, but now he has to fight. Identus is on the hunt. He calls for reinforcements, and Identus, a trap was set up for him, one he couldn't get out of.
Couldn't get out of it. Maybe eUnited breaks through. Look at how aggressive Dezo was on the steps. You don't see that too often, but he felt justified because he knew his boys were
trapped
behind. And he was trapped, I guess. That was ultimately it. He had to break out, but eUnited, I didn't realize, was pinching him in. I thought PK had good position
there. Yeah, once he lost Identus there, he knew that no one else was behind him, and he saw his 2 teammates across the map, so it's either going to stay there and fight a 1v3 or go forward trying to break out. At the end of the day, if you die, the quicker you get to respawn with your team and get to a better push. Depending on when you die, sometimes you may get the better spawn for next. So, you know, there are some reckless fights that are good to take in control, and we try to point those out to you guys when we can. 19 seconds of scrap time left on P3 in our second rotation, and it's been such a close matchup. eUnited with a 19-point lead here. And so with the nades being up, no M-bar yet on the map. 82 seconds to the new M-bar. Nades and shocks are up. Identus trying to work together to push that player out. They just want to scare him to get those nades, as Dezenai will pick him up, but TJ say, don't chase me, Identus. On the other side of the map, Fiercy has that M-bar, and he is set up at next. PK in a great position, Taylor.
Ooh, great position, especially that you take down Powers. This alleviates some pressure on one side, but eUnited, they're going to chill together inside the hill and try to eliminate any PK member who's pushing through. Dezo's going to be one of them, and he's actually going to hold his ground. Demise will fall. TJ as well, just fell a little bit earlier. Fiercely, still 3 more shots remaining. Another lead change about to tick through. Enough points for Pittsburgh Knights to win this map outright. eUnited either has to take over the hill or at least contest if they want to fight another day.
Man, it's looking like we're going to see another last Fountain Hill, okay? We've seen a lot of crazy Regency control maps in on this hill that's about to come up next, and with it being a summer major, I'm feeling like we may get another crazy ending, chat. You know you can trust me. Blaze got your back. Now Fiercely trying to have his teammates back. As here, look, he's looking with the M-bar. But Dezenai
GG!
with the 3 from downtown.
Oh, wow, what a nade that was played. That's it. That's it, Pittsburgh Knights. I thought we did get the spectacular in. You called that one right. The nade, I'll take it all day. Fiercely, consolation prize. He's going to hit the shots he needs to, but it's the nade heard around the world. And we are going for a Grenadier Specialist. Maybe he's going to be in contention now. Huge map win for Pittsburgh Knights.
Huge map in right there. You know, Dezenai, he can't get put in that category as the best Grenader. But, you know, what a beautiful placement right there. You saw eUnited grouped up in a difficult situation, and the Pittsburgh Knights was able to capitalize on it. It was a great map #1 for them, especially after the day that they had in group play.
Yeah, I mean, look, in terms of majors, it's grueling. You know this like the back of your hand, but like 3 days of action, 3 days of matches. Pool play is one thing, but if you take some L's there, you're not expecting to take your go-to a map 5 against a challenger team. That can break your mental down, right? So winning a map like that in the fashion they do, even though it was close, like that kind of alleviates some pressure. And also the cookie on top is you're going into a Fiera for Pittsburgh Knights. That's one of their best control maps, or should be best execution maps.
Yes, it is. And a big reason is because, you know, Raver is one of the best execution players that we have in our league, one of the best pure slayers that's out there. It really doesn't matter the map. He will find a kill. He will go out there and get a first blood. And Raver being that type of player to attract so much attention towards himself will open the door for his team. And, you know, we'll break down map number 2 in just a second. But as far as map number 1 goes, PK got themselves off to a nice and early lead, but it was a tug-of-war battle, back and forth with the lead. And even when, you know, we saw our squads around that 30-second point of the hill, if they lost it, but they were up in the lead, they didn't mind letting their opponent tie. They say, hey, you could tie it up. We don't mind, okay? We know that we can get this back as long as we have a good setup on the next hill. So some good control play on both sides of the map, but those center line hills were scrappy, and we know how much Pittsburgh Knights love those scrappy fights.
Oh, without question. I mean, they like to get in there and they like to fight. Latin America in general loves those scrappy CQC fights. It's kind of always fit into their DNA, but you're right. It was so back and forth. We probably had 5 different lead changes, which is a rarity when it comes to control, but when it's a good control match, that's pretty much normal. But, I mean, it was just so back and forth, and eUnited definitely had their moments. Definitely did, but at a certain point, Pittsburgh Knights, this was it. They just did not let go, and that nade with the 3-piece My Lord Dezo, that was it.
That was it. That was beautiful. That was money, and I can only imagine what the comms were like on the side of PK when those nades came through, you know. I don't know if they're going to be landing, you know, as Rise Nation is, but, you know, sometimes we know PK will love to get together in the same house and be able to communicate, play right next to each other, which I think is really, really smart, especially when it comes down towards our online majors. Hey, do what you got to do to get that teamwork, that camaraderie. If you got the ability to do it, okay? Be there with your teammates, and, you know, hey, the last major, you got to give it everything you got.
You really do, man. Even if you got to fly yourself out somewhere, put yourself up in a nice house or whatever, it's worth doing. You know,
it is.
Because money is great, and money, you know, it drives the world, of course. It moves mountains, but also the last championship, the chance to call yourself a champion, and no one can take that away from you. That's the big thing, right? It's not another major. Once you're champion until maybe the next title. And, man, you know, it's just a beautiful thing. So there's a lot of pride here.
You know, money can make the world go around, but, you know, even for these players, it's not all about the money. It's the passion. That passion, that heart, okay? They'll move mountains for each other just to be able to hoist that trophy, and especially for the LATAM squads that's out there, with the last major, trying to get the first one for the region. We've seen so many second places out of them. Rather, if it was, you know, you have Fire Nice in there, or if you had PK, they have constantly made it to grand finals, but have not had what it takes to come away with that chip. But I think this is the event where we have our best LATAM teams who have a possibility to do it. Especially the way that Fury 1 was playing. We could have multiple LATAM teams in our top 4 with options to come take it if they just keep playing the same way. But as we know, we've seen a lot of highlight performances in group play. When it comes down to champ bracket,
it's different.
You got to be ready to go.
Especially even Sunday. Like, this is only Saturday, which, you know, things fall apart on Sunday sometime as well. You got to be on point all 3 days, man.
And so today, we're eliminating a lot of teams, okay? Only 4 squads are going to the championship bracket on Sunday.
Usually it's 6.
Yeah, usually it's 6. But today, it's been 4 the entire season. But, you know, and sometimes on LAN events it's 6 sometimes, okay? On LAN events it's 6 sometimes, you know, sending 6 teams towards that Sunday. But, you know, this weekend, man, today specifically is going to be the most action-packed day that we've had so far, with a lot of loser bracket matches later on in the day.
A lot of losers. And man, those are tense too. And you got to think KCP's down there now. Like, that's crazy. Second round, they moved down to losers bracket, but they had to go against the defending champions. And we know KCP's been having their struggles. So they're going to have to work their way through if they want to be champions. If anybody could do it, it clearly is them. And even here, it's so disappointing to see, you know, Pittsburgh Knights, eUnited, one of them after this is going to be in losers bracket as well. And if it's eUnited, like, It's been a while since they were down in a loser's bracket. They've been making it the grand finals through winners.
Yeah, they have been, and if PK did not lose that matchup to Fury 1, they'll be up on that side of the bracket, waiting to play Rise, ready to go up against that winner of that Northern Forces and Twilight matchup that we saw.
Yeah.
That's where they would be. That's a comfortable spot. And then later on, having to go up against a team in which they've played before, a team in which they played it in finals before. So, hey, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. Okay, you got a difficult route. But even the difficult journey that they have, they got off to a good start, okay? They found themselves a victory in map number 1 through their teamwork, through their power weapon gameplay. And now as we head into map number 2, you're going to need some big individual plays from this team.
Yeah, and you mentioned Raver, highlight player. I like Raver, the fact that you even brought him up, because given the fact he's always been for Pittsburgh Knights, the hotel fighter. And at the very beginning when Fiera was added into competitive rotation, Raver struggled in that hotel fight for whatever reason. And Monkeys helped him out quite a bit on the outside, and he would come in and then ultimately, 2v1 the hotel player, which wasn't as common back then. We've obviously seen a big adjustment. But now it's Identives, and Identives is a pop-up player on a Fiera, and he brings so much tremendous value. But my concern is overall record-wise, Pittsburgh Knights are 4-2 in their Pro League record when it comes to a Fiera. Meanwhile, eUnited's 1-2, and I've been saying it all split. eUnited are terrible on a Fiera when they used to be so great. So I'm curious, why Major Time against a tough opponent of Pittsburgh Knights on one of their strongest control maps? Why do you pick this map? Clearly, they know something I don't.
Hey, you got to pick it to get better, okay? Granted, you want to get better during practice, but in execution, sometimes you're just trying certain strategies and you may lose a map, but you die on that sword, right? But you come back and you try not to get the same wound as before.
Sure.
We'll see if eUnited got a little different flavor on this Fiera opening strategy in their gameplay from, previous times. But, unfortunately, sometimes you'll have a negative record in a map in which you're really good at, but it just shows the competition in our league. Let's see when it matters the most if eUnited can get this Fiera locked in, as Demise will be able to pick up that drop shot, has some assistance from Dyslexic, quick bow pickup from Dezenai. Raver will get the shot grenade, and each of our squads will drop back and try to slow this one down and find themselves a pick.
So Dezo's down. Demise going to push up. This could be a big drop shot if he commits it. He doesn't. He pulls back. He doesn't shoot it just yet. I like the fact that he's willing to save it. There's no reason to rush drop shots. I swear, every time a drop shot is picked up on a Fiera, it seems like they go to waste more often than not. So save it, hold on to it, even if it comes down to the overtime hill, because Blaze, I think we might be at a stalemate for quite some time.
Yeah, for quite some time. These rounds are only 2 minutes, so at this point, we're getting up under that 1 minute mark before we get to that overtime hill. And the way that it's set up, round number 1 is overtime hill shall be in the inside of the hotel, but everyone's covered up. They're looking for players, trying to get matched up. And that drop shot is, where is it? There you go. Demise is going to have it. All right, so he's sitting all the way back there.
Yep.
Whoa, on the flank.
Oh!
The Bodo!
Yo, big trades, 3v3.
And it's a drop probably on the ground. Actually, I think he may have backpacked it. But at the end of the day, that power weapon is gone.
Yeah.
Great trades out there from PK.
Oh, they need this. Both teams need these kills. Fiercely's going to trade it out. Meat shield in hand, Powers on the opposite side. Fiercely last alive. He needs to make this push on the Powers quickly so he can bring it down to a distinct 1v1, but he takes his time, he doubles back, and it seemed as if he had a lapse in judgment. Does he push Powers? Does he try to take Dyslexic? But he took a bit too much time making that decision, and Dyslexic easily cleans him up.
That was a great torque bow that came out from Dezenai after that kill that Demise got, but from there, things started to crumble. eUnited flew down those mid stairs and found themselves the kills in which they need to get this one to go up in the lead 1-0. So will we see another 2 outside for eUnited? Hey, they got 3 players outside currently. Will get matched up to, actually you'll see PK disengage. But they're not playing for the torque just yet. Identis says, hey, I actually got a kill. Presses the 1v1. He'll come away with it. Now he gets a chance to help Dezenai before the drop shot can rotate, because Demise is starting to run towards that side of the map. Dezo will get the bow and drop back. PK in an advantageous position, having that man up in those 5 bows.
4v3, got the 5 bows. To the 2 drop shots on the opposite side. Dezo's going to try and create an opportunity. Great shot onto Dyslexic now, 4v2. Demise, shock, drop shot, Identives up close on the powers, he's done. Now Demise in the 1v4, and at this point the drop shot, it shouldn't be enough. He'll send one flying, Dezo easily dodges it, Fiercely will flank. A great round from the side of Pittsburgh Knights.
Yeah, that was solid, and you got to give a man some props. Identives with the first blood, charged outside that front door and put that work there on TJ to be able to get that first kill. All right, here we go. So far, I want to say 2 first bloods in the favor of PK.
No surrender, no defeat.
I'll trade it off 1-1.
Oh, okay, they traded off. One Demise got the first kill with the drop the last time. Okay, now it's around the eUnited traded out in 1, but shot grenades picked up. How will they be used? Maybe on top of the drop shot, force this fight out wide. It's an inside shot, a stun. This should be a double down as Raver is so weak on this cover, looking for some help. Only man alive is Designai. He gets a little no revive on Identities. He couldn't. He had to play for the kills, and in the end, it's eUnited coming away with the victory. And a big portion of that is that they threw a better shot grenade. They threw a counter shot.
Yeah, it was a great shot. You know, Blaze, eUnited has struggled on this map, and one thing that I always pointed out was TJ doesn't fight that well on the drop shot. TJ's no longer fighting for the drop. That's Dyslexic and another guy.
Demise.
It's just Dyslexic and Demise. But normally it's TJ fighting Courtyard pretty much by himself, and then of course you have Powers going back alley to fight for Torque. But TJ is now on the outside of Hotel.
And that's where he normally plays. They just shifted Demise from outside the hotel. They're taking him outside the hotel because the simple fact is that he can hide his numbers in there, so he can kind of move around freely off the start of the game without his opponents knowing that he's there. A 1v1 Raver Powers, and Raver comes out on top. Man advantage. Actually, no man advantage as TJ takes down Identity's revenge, but it will be eUnited getting it back in their favor. 1 drop shot left. Designai, how you gonna play it? It's inactive in the chamber. It will be missed, and PK isn't in a worse position, but as I say that, Fiercely is lost.
He can do it.
He has an active.
1v2. One more shot, though. That's the thing. So best case scenario brings it to a 1v1. He needs to connect this, though, without question. The good news is eUnited is spread out. It's kind of bad for, obviously, a 2-piece with the Torque, but at this moment, you're just not going to be together. You understand the risk is too great. So Dezo, who's he going to focus on first? Well, he has no choice. It's going to be Dyslexic up ahead. Splash damage on the ground, maybe at least over top. This will be hurt, but he doesn't drop. Now Dezo full red and dead and gone. Could he have played that any differently?
You know, I like the thought process of the bow over the cover, because as soon as that guy gets up, he's going to take splash damage, but at the same time, he took splash damage as well. Probably would have rather him put that bow on the ground somewhere just to get it further away from him, force his opponent maybe forward in that situation. It was a tough play nonetheless, and you know, great thought process, great effort, but it's an eUnited victory as they're up 3-1 on the Fiera, and so far it's looking like everything is going right for them. And multiple drop shot plays every single round coming out for United has been super successful for them.
Wow, already 2 down at this point. Dezo and Raver have to just try and do anything they can. You know, Pittsburgh Knights are not comfortable, and the reason why, Blaze, is they're not getting that hotel fight that they know and love.
They're not. They're not whatsoever, and the outside fight didn't work for them. A big reason why fighting in a parking lot for the drop shot didn't work is because I think it's Demise who picks up the shot grenade. He has a great counter nade, okay? He's patient, and his first thought is like, okay, what move is my opponent's gonna make? Let me counter. Then if no one wants to make a move, he'll set the play. But once they toss their shot grenade, he knows like, okay, well, if I put my shot grenade here, I can nullify the play, make him uncomfortable, and then pull out that Lancer and start getting out that damage. So we'll see how it breaks down as this Dyslexic versus Raver. They'll have some help too as well from Fiercely and Demise.
I love that. Do you see how quickly Demise cut inside as soon as the shock was out and Dyslexic was isolated? Demise immediately goes to help his teammate. There is going to be a trade 3v3, but just those 2 players fighting for drop. I gotta say, I'm really impressed. eUnited is playing totally different than they usually do. They're putting so much emphasis on drop when normally they're spread out in the default setup. 3v2, eUnited about to be on that point.
And eUnited, man, they're doing a great job isolating players, being decisive. On the flip side, I don't see that same decisiveness out of PK. You know, you have to do better at reading your opponent's strategy off the start, right? From your base strategy. Their rotations are late to a little bit to help each other. We'll see if it changes.
Ooh, he needed that. Doesn't hit it. That's fine.
Line fire. Oh.
Teammate down up close. Awkward.
He's alive.
Oh,
A flank.
the flank. Tough break. eUnited collapses when they needed to. 5-1 lead for EU, but plays again. Going back to that beginning, I'm in love with that play from Demise to push straight forward down mid and then immediately take the fight to one of the PK members, get Dyslexic back, where Dyslexic didn't fall, but he was at risk of doing so. That was just good communication, good teamwork, and eUnited didn't hesitate to make the move they needed to make.
Did not whatsoever. They were right on top of it. Here we go, what could be the final round of this map, as it will be eUnited sending 2 players once again towards the drop shot. I want to watch Demise in this situation, as I wanted to take a look at that shot. Oh, he tried to pull out the shock. It's in his hands. Actually, he'll get taken out. There's a big flank. There's a pinch from Dezenite. Great work from PK, catching eUnited on the outskirts, and you see the melee revive that came through. So the comms are there for PK. They'll also have a drop shot as well to work with. The pinch comes in. Fiercely puts out a lot of damage on TJ. He'll play this with some confidence. 1v4. 1v2 on the right, 1v2 on the left. Oh.
That's going to be PK. They're staying alive, but they still need 4 more rounds. And I don't know if the adjustment was enough to truly shift the momentum, but at least that's 1 more round. And the adjustment, I guess, was them swinging straight across courtyard on the top side and then going on the flank. They haven't done that yet.
No, they haven't. They haven't, and we'll see if they want to be able to kind of push through that map if they need to. Push through the map if they need to. But PK not out of this one just yet. A mirror strategy once again. You got Identities and TJ inside, fighting again. 2v2 outside for the drop shot. The shot grenades were tossed. We got a little bit of pressure coming out. Dyslexic tries to go wide, but TJ with a little save. Demise goes for the point blank, but the miss roll, very problematic. Probably could have got the shot over the cover and got the kill, but unfortunate for the Knights, as they'll only have 2 members left into this round.
Yep.
Now only 1. And Fiercely in a tough situation. That's it. The cavalry comes through, and eUnited, Taylor, they're going to lock in this map.
I'm impressed. I mean, again, their record reflected this should have been a big struggle point, but yet it seemed to be a strong point. Beautiful adjustments. Dyslexic, Demise, love the way they work. Drop shot. Disc going 825, 5,600 damage. Honestly, incredible performance from eUnited, and that's the best I've seen them play a Fiera literally since it was added into the competitive rotation. We're going to be heading into map 3, which is going to be on training grounds. A back and forth one, tied up 1-1. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And welcome back, everybody, to the Gears Summer Major. I'm Taylor Reflections, double joined by Guy Blaze. And this series is not going the way I was expecting. I was talking to you, Blaze, just off camera a second ago, and I expected eUnited to win map 1, Pittsburgh Knights to win map 2. We have literally flipped the script, it seems, and I have no idea who's taking this series at this point.
You know what? It's honestly anyone's game the way these 2 squads came out to play. And, this Fiera map was absolutely dominated by eUnited. Why? Drop shot control. Yes. Demise with his shot grenades as well. TJ with his isolation and his comms inside of the hotel. Powers in his 1v1 on the opposite side of the map. It was a great play. It was a great map for him. But now we need to head on over towards the training grounds escalation. And PK and eUnited are very good on this map. Very good on this map. So who's going to come out on top here? First thing I'm thinking about is, are we going to see any power weapons here towards mid-map?
Right.
Are we going to end up seeing them over there towards the U?
Sure.
We probably may get a little bit of both as the map starts progressing on. Right. Maybe around rounds 3 or 4, 5, we'll get those weapons down. But the first 3 rounds are going to tell us a lot about the game, on who feels like they can win with the base weapons on their back, who feels like they got the better opening strategy. And once we see that, we'll know who really has a leg up in this one. But if I had to put my money on anyone having a highlight map right here,
okay,
Demise.
I
think Demise has a highlight map.
Demise has really stepped it up, especially in that drop shot fight. Like, he was a key component with Dyslexic to take that victory. I mean, he really was, and that at least meant a lot to me. And on top of that, Demise is going to be in the 1v spot too. And with as well as he's playing, I think he's going to be opposite of Raver. So that's going to be a great fight from eUnited's perspective.
It is.
But going back to your power weapon placement, what are we going to see? So Pittsburgh Knights, they're comfortable with a sniper in hell. That's just kind of their go-to bread and butter. Now, Powers likes that too, because Powers gets a snipe as well if they get out with it. But eUnited also is a team that likes to place a Markset down as a placeholder. And if TJ gets that, he is also deadly with it. And eUnited likes to block those power weapon placements up top as well as down low. So that wouldn't surprise me to see that as well. It's going to be a game of chess.
Yeah, that Mark's placement is something that we usually only see during the majors. We don't see a lot of it during Pro League. They don't want to give teams a lot of looks with that.
Sure.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, you have to fight for that power weapon that's down there in the mid-map. And to answer your question, I think we do see some snipes. But if the fight's not working out, you'll see something placed over there at the U and kind of split their opponent's forces once again and try to force that base strategy if need be.
Right.
So we'll see how it trickles down, but I want to see some big snipe plays, some big team plays here, and we will get that, all right?
Yep, you definitely will. One thing that I like about this is eUnited has redeveloped Training Grounds as a map that has been played just by, like I said, the marks of placement, but just the way that they attack the objectives. And Pittsburgh Knights has redeveloped this map with the funky strats that they implement. Granted, back with monkeys, but now with identities, it stays the same. One thing they like to do sometimes is throw a wild card out, especially major time, and immediately push through the neutral as all 3 members or 4 members will do so. They'll overload the solo player. In this case, it'd be Demise from eUnited. They'll take him down. Then they'll flood over to eUnited's home hill. They'll double back and then try and commit for a domination before eUnited can truly readjust. Pittsburgh Knights are a wild card. You never know what you're going to get, but we're about to find out what we're going to get. And I got to say, I couldn't be more excited. This could very well be a huge turning point or a momentum booster for EU or PK because we're tied up 1-1. Someone's got to take the lead.
They truly do, especially going into our last 2 maps of Spire in Canals. Honestly, it's going to be anyone's game, man. Spire, it's PK and eUnited are good at Spire. I'm not going to start breaking that one down. We'll worry about it when we get to map 4. On board with Training Grounds, and you see this Lexic aggressive here on the flank mid map. He dodges the flash. Ooh, a good shot. He needs some help. Oh, couldn't get the shot on the right there. On the other side of the map, Demise put some pressure on Raver, and they're going back and forth here towards the B hills. They'll actually flip their sides of the map, which is, a good thing here for Demise to be able to help his teammates if he wants to with the Lancer, but Raver will get his attention.
Is PK committing everything? They are. They're going for the domination plays. eUnited has to be very cognizant about this.
He's looking. I love how Raver's holding him. He says, I don't want to fight you.
You don't have to.
I don't want you to get to the B hill.
He can't go anywhere. It's going to be based on the A fight. The A fight is literally what it is. Matter of fact, the longer Ray or Demise stays alive, the less chance he has to respawn back up. But good news for eUnited. They do win the fight on A. But did you see how funky that initial was? That was because of PK. Again, they do such weird opening strats and initials that you got to be ready for that. And fair enough, I think eUnited was, despite them being down in the points.
Yeah, eUnited definitely were in that situation. All right, so TJ with the decap on the B hill and a recapture for eUnited. He'll shift on over into that God spot, but because of that, it's going to be a push towards top overlook. Dyslexic gets out. Powers, he'll blindside a few players. He gets damage on both, but Dyslexic says, bro, good luck. I'm out of here. He went for the super flank, didn't even choose to help Powers in that situation, but he'll find himself a kill and gets his opponent's home hill, so he was thinking ahead of the game. But this could be a round win if he would have just stayed there with Powers, right? They could have, Powers put out a lot of damage. They could have won that fight and been on top of their opponent's home hill, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. Demise gets to Dyslexic, quick revive, but now he has to break off and get him again. They should be safe for a second. Demise on his last down, taking a lot of damage from the left. And he's taken out. Wow. On the other side of the map, Fiercely looking to go huge. He still has 1 player left in that hill, I do believe. It's TJ. He'll go back to fight, knowing that his other player's off the respawn. Great dodging of the shots. He's going to need a revive soon. His teammates get to him, but will they make it to the hill? They won't. PK, they strike first.
That was a hella chaotic first round, man. I mean, we had a little bit of everything. No players were moving. They were all over the map. Love to see that. I really do. And I think that big fight just down low by hell where the sniper normally is placed is an indication of things to come. And with as tense as it was off the rip, I can't wait for something to go there because it's coming for sure. Bold talks on both sides. Nothing too crazy just yet. The first round was very competitive, so both teams still want to fill it out, see if maybe they could just take this in the standard fashion. But off the rip, will we see once again that down low fight like we did off of round 1, or the traditional overlook fight? It looks like it's going more traditional, but a big opening down on Raver for EU.
Yeah, that was huge. Demise will be able to capture the B hill. So his teammates know that everybody's going to be playing into their crosshairs. And so TJ just stays patient, hits 2 big shots to put his team up with some support from Powers. Identity's trying his best. He has to dodge these nades, has to stay alive as long as he can. But the crossfire coming out from Demise on top of the home hill is going to give him a little bit of issues. A 4-man rush from PK. If they don't win this, they lose the round. 2 down. The 3rd down, a quick revive, the double down, and that is the round for eUnited to tie this all up 1-1.
Because Raver fell so early, eUnited felt all the more confident to push through Overlook. And they knew if we can win this fight definitively, we can lock this round down in less than a minute. And that's exactly what they do. Demise did such an excellent job taking Raver down early. And Raver loves to do that, Blaze. He likes to push onto the neutral, get his hands onto it early on. He was doing that very well against multiple teams in the past. So, hey, for Demise, well done. Raver might want to check his strats moving forward.
Yeah, he might. He might, but I'm pretty sure he got a few to pick from going into these rounds. So we'll see how the Knights choose to switch it up. But we have seen some interesting initials here. Here we go into the next. No power weapons placed just yet, but you will get those retro lancers on the map. Powers, he'll be matched up against Desnite on the opposite end. You know, 2 of my all-star players was just working hard over there on Team Blaze, but now they're pitted it up against each other. Once again, the back eight can't connect there for Powers, and it's going to be dyslexic in a sticky situation as that's 2 kills coming out, maybe even 3 for PK off the start. It's a dash towards A. Player 5 has the cross, and now you just need the cap. Should be a PK round.
Should be, especially with Identitas having the retro. He needs to, shoot the shot. Powers does at least get there, but he's going to get chunked in the end. Now Identitas will go ahead and get outside of the hill, and PK will take a quick round. Great shots on the Overlook fight. It's been so back and forth at the moment that I'm curious if we see any additional weapon placed down. Honestly, this could be the most standard EU PK training grounds we have seen in a while.
Oh, we'll see it, Taylor. We'll see it.
I don't know.
We just, the first 3 rounds are standard. 3 to 4 rounds on a map like training grounds. You don't want to force it. Build up your secondaries. Also, too, as well, once that snipe goes down low, you'll have a little bit better success in the second half, being able to play around it and hold that home hill setup. So it's a lot that each of these squads are kind of building up to. You even see that they don't even want to force the nade there around, right? They say no forcing the nade. We'll get extra damage on the map, and we'll worry about the nade placements after, especially if you want to switch it up towards a shotgun or incinerator. You can get some more intel on this round. Demise takes a good amount of damage, and he's forced forward, but Raver in a Botox says, where you running, Demise?
Yeah, takes him immediately down. Dyslexic's been at the stalemate against Identitas for quite some time. Identitas finally pushes up, but when he does, he finds himself in a 1v2. What? But wait, there's more. A flank from Dezo. 1, 2, well done. Now PK's going to be on all 3 hills. You have Demise still on the battlefield, but now Fiercely getting an additional retro. That's going to be beneficial, and he's going to use it to the fullest extent. As soon as he pulls away the Nasher, it doesn't even matter. Dyslexic Power's too far away. This has been the quickest training grounds I have seen in a long
rounds,
time.
Right? Yeah, it has been. Usually all our training grounds go at least 8 to 9 rounds, and they're a little bit longer because the simple fact is that teams love the 2-to-1 hill setups.
That's right.
Once you get established up top Overlook, and you got some good home hill players, you can force your opponent into you. So it takes we see a lot of rotations and back and forth battles, but not this time around. The 1v1 spot has been very, very scrappy on that side of the map, and between Demise and Raver, they've been making sure that they can win those big fights for their teams. But now as the sniper's going to be placed down here under the Overlook, Dezo will get in first, but will he be able to get it, especially with Powers harassing his teammate like that? He can't pick it up yet because he knows he's going to get focused. Instead, he moves out to try to make a play. Instead, it's eUnited who will get the first meal of this matchup. Trip cap domination coming through. And EU. Whoa. So
just a hair
close.
away.
Just not happening.
Man, who backed away? So Demise backed away, and this is what I was worried about. You don't want to give a sniper to Powers. eUnited clearly did. That's why they placed it. They were willing to fall behind of an Ensign, but that's all right. The Ensign didn't have too much of an impact off the rip. Now, Pittsburgh Knights are going to have to fight extra hard to get back control. They're going to have to do so by avoiding Powers with the snipe. And pushing through that choke point blaze is never an easy task.
It's not. You see the down here on the stairs and a quick revive here for PK. They're stuck. They're going to choose to rotate down towards the low side. And I love his positioning from Powers. No body shots right there. He wanted to really line that one up.
But they're trapped.
Overthought it a little bit, but there's the down. There's a night where you're running.
Yeah, he hits this. He hits this. There it is. Nice headshot. I knew you could feel it, Blaze. You've been the sniper all your life, basically. eUnited definitively in control. Pittsburgh Knights have trying everything, and it really is going to come down to a last-ditch attempt, a desperation push, if you will. And if PK fails that, this round is over, and it's going to be 3-2. But at this point for eUnited, they're looking too solid. They even shut down fiercely. Again, that was that desperation push. He had to go forward. Pittsburgh Knights running out of options and not a lot of time left.
Not a lot of time left whatsoever, but maybe they'll get a little bit more as Des Knights pushing towards the other side of the map to get the decap on his opponent's home. That's a good smoke, but he was not marked up. Power still knows exactly where he is. Des Knight gets around the corner, but he's playing for the damage. Powers is patient. He says, hey, if you want to challenge me, all good. No problems, but you should be focused on the decap of the hill. He had a player behind him and in front. eUnited, they got this one locked up, Taylor.
Yeah, that was a definitive round, Blaze. I mean, honestly, eUnited never let go of control. Pittsburgh Knights couldn't get anything going. They even tried at one point to rotate down because they knew they weren't breaking through the choke point to get onto the Overlook Hill. And, you know, that's just the way it is. That sniper made a big impact as well. You have to respect Powers, and PK definitely did. That's why even when they tried to go down towards cave area and then rotate home to home, you notice they immediately said, that's not going to work. Let's go back up top. But even then, it didn't work. You mentioned the split power weapons. Well, you get what you said. You are a wizard. I get it. Inbar up top, sniper down low. Surely this changes things because one team is going to prioritize the other more.
Correct. You're going to have multiple sharpshooter weapons on the map, and PK says, hey, well, that middle fight really didn't work out for us too much, and let's make this one a little bit scrappier. Inbar picked up. They'll choose to move towards the top side of the map, a body shot with the Inbar, but it won't be good enough for a kill. Traded out. That was a trade from Fiera and Dyslexic. Identis gets his win against Powers towards the mid-map. Pinch comes in. TJ can't get the kill that he needs. And down low, Demise trying to find something for his team. Just stand alive. He'll get trapped here, but his opponents won't get this power weapon, and his home hill is protected. He hurt that player to the left as he reloaded in this situation. Do you want those extra 2 bullets? He'll pull out his Lancer. I like this. Get it while you can. But you see how he fakes like he's Lancer and switches to his shot. He's trying to bait that player inside, but he just chooses to pick it up.
Oh, what?
Ugh.
What a shot just to take the head off of Powers. And now Fierce is getting pressured. Dyslexic immediately pushes up, confidently takes him down. And eUnited home to home are looking solid. They'll hold on to that as long as they possibly can. Does it with 2 more shots, though. Who is that player from eUnited? It's player 3. So TJ, he's got to be very cognizant about how he moves. He sees the sparks fly, the Inbar nearly taking his head off. Now he's caught between a rock and a hard place. He'll finally fall. PK will recover, but eUnited are quickly pushing the Overlook fight. It's going to be a 3v3.
3v3 for now. Inbar revved up. Oh, accidental shot from Des Knight. He didn't want to do that one, but bad timing on the release of the trigger. 4 shots in the hands of Demise. We saw him working for that sniper earlier. Got the advantage for his team. Little stiff thumb there, swinging to the left, but ultimately this hill will get decapped at E, and eUnited should be able to get this lead back. You don't see any pressure on the other end of the map. It's going to be PK just waiting for their teammate to come off the respawn. New Inbar in 13 seconds, and PK's feeling comfortable about it. eUnited's feeling comfortable about it and picking it up. There's a big stagger on the power weapons, and it's a 40-second difference, okay? So you can grab the M-bar and get sniper control as well. Everyone is going to be playing on this side of the map.
Nice shots. Well done, Demise. Even though he does end up falling, it still was a little bit to slow him down. Dyslexic has to fight hard alongside Powers. The M-bar is just there, and, well, with that down on Identitas, Powers will pick up the M-bar, and just with that, eUnited does have the point lead once again. I think we're going to be tied up 3-3. PK's off the respawn, but TG is a big map. You got a lot of distance to travel. Made equally hard when Powers is connected. Shots like that, he hits the two. This round is over, and Blaze, we're tied up 3-3.
Calm down. eUnited say we don't pay him to calm down, okay?
Pay him to do exactly that.
We pay him to turn up.
Beautiful.
Powers charging up here on the main stage, 3-3. Now, with 2 precision power weapons on the map after 6 rounds, we should see a few more, maybe some retros, maybe a little bit of extra ammo. The Botok is a big weapon, right? Retro is very good, don't get me wrong, but the Botok headshot potential sometimes underestimated. I wouldn't be against blocking out a weapon if you need to right now to come back and get a lead.
With the tied up 3-3?
I'll block a weapon, get the lead up. You know, if my opponent blocks me out next round, I'll run a trick strat. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'll run a trick strat, yeah.
You're always thinking about something.
Yeah, you know, I love the block on the nade to get yourself that advantage, right? That can get you up and that can get you momentum and force your opponent to be desperate. Even if they got a nade, they still have to perform the next round with the pressure of being on series, with you being on map point. So it's a lot that goes into that. Now, the Incinerator will connect for Dyslexic, but that's 2 kills coming out for the side of PK as eUnited only has Demise left on the map.
Oh, he pushes. He takes too much damage.
Great
effort indeed. But do we? Yeah, we got the M-bar and the snipe in the hands of Dezo and Identitas. PK.
That's scary.
Very scary.
That is terrifying.
And they have the objective place. They don't even have to move. It's up to eUnited to regain control. Yeah, at this point, eUnited, they're worried.
But you see why that Retro Lancer got placed, right? How Fierce is just locking down that alleyway on the home hills.
He can't fall here.
Can't hit that second shot that he needs to. But he needed his teammates to rotate to him a lot sooner. Raven was late on that. Identitas and Dez and I just wanted to protect the power weapon. Spread out wide. What a shot from Identitas. He puts Fiersley in a 1v1. Fiersley can handle those.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah, PK is okay, but Identitas and Dez and I need to get on the same page and protect each other, not get lost in the sauce, have any sharpshooter weapons. Oh, he misses the point blank. He's going to turn around, but the support fire from Fiersley on the other side of the map will keep Powers in his place.
Nice shot, the crunch, right? The crunch from the heady. And Powers, he's got to do a lot of work, but we've seen him in these tough spots before, Blaze, and you know what? He's been just fine, and with Dyslexic winning the fight down low, Raver now is just like that is in trouble. Player 8, Fiercely, he's on the outside looking in. Does he even push up? Does he make an attempt? I would, because Raver might be in trouble, but no, Powers is gone, and now Dyslexic, he's nearly by himself. Luckily, TJ is there to assist, but somehow, someway, eUnited has found a 2-to-1 hill advantage, but they've got a lot of work to do because PK is pushing up, and Dyslexic is the tip of the spear. Demise just next to him. PK refusing to back down. The decap starting to tick through. I believe a new snipe is going to be coming into play. Dyslexic will be rotating down. Powers going over towards home hill to home hill. eUnited trying to hold on at a critical time.
A critical time indeed, and Powers is going to put his team in a position to get this lead. They should be able to get the double revive on each side of the map. They find themselves with 2 kills, and so PK, they're in a good spot, but they need their home hill back, and they got to go up against Powers to do it. A solid L trigger to back down one player, but he takes a lot of damage. The back A is there, no revive. Powers, I love taking his right hand and going to the spine. He'll be a nuisance for a little bit as he's going to choose to move up into this hill at the right time. I like how he's trying to get some damage, playing his right. Rook Raver with the snipe on the other end. It's a PK, yeah, it's a PK round.
Can't go anywhere, man. He wanted to push that too, Blaze. Like, Powers did not like sitting there and staying there, but he really had no choice. There was just too much damage being outputted, and we've now reached a critical point where Disable does it come out, does it not come out from eUnited?
It could. The comeback block definitely can, especially if you get 2 nades on this map. Just leave your opponent to a shot grenade. I think you go halfsies on this one.
What, disable?
Oh, well, no, you know what? They're going to go for the counter block. Just, yeah. Okay. Forcing their opponent for that block to come out. Still a great move here in this round, especially if you can get up and get the lead.
Okay. Yeah. Disable for disable. Fair enough.
But that's not so much for eUnited being able to use that to come back into this map. That's just a great placement from PK to counter them right here, okay? And so it's plenty of ways in which you could do that. But here we go into the next round.
Potential final round. PK leading 4-3. This would be a tremendous victory for them. eUnited are one of the best, if not the best, training grounds team. Big opening elim from Identitas on a TJ Blaze, and that leaves just a couple more down low. Pittsburgh Knights, 3-man advantage to the 2 up top. Meanwhile, the stalemate between Demise as well as Raver still down for the sniper play. Powers seeing the opponents up ahead, outputting enough damage to keep them at bay, only for a short time. Powers falls, Dyslexic knows. Look, it's now or never as he pushes forward. It's not going to be enough. That's 3 gone. TJ, I mentioned he was fighting for the sniper early on. He doesn't get it, unfortunately, but he's forced to back away. At this point, it's survival mode.
Survival mode indeed. Double power weapons once again in the hands of PK. When they have this, they just slow it down. They got their home hill control. They know their opponent's got to play into them.
Don't let them get the decap. Don't let. That's okay.
It's
okay.
not okay.
Well, it's not the worst thing. He'll be right there, but it's
look
like
at the score.
If it ends up 250 to 249, you know why they lost it.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you don't got anything else to do. You're not gonna rerun into the other side of the map. You know your opponent's coming off a respawn. Just don't allow something so simple to happen.
Throwing smoke.
Here we go into the next fight. In-bar rev, body shot there. But with the sniper in the hands of Identitas, he'll get a body shot as well on TJ. eUnited taking so much damage, and they got to go in and back out. But they've managed to break in 2 individuals, Dyslexic, and I do believe that is Demise up top. Demise loses his 1v1, but Dyslexic and TJ, they'll win theirs, and Fiercely by himself in his position. He'll stay in the corner. Flex up, flex up.
Okay,
flex up one time.
Flex it up again with
flex up,
and then he hits it. Is this
come on, what's up?
Hell?
Flex up.
Yo, get me with the flex again. At this point, it's superstition. You got to do it if you want to clutch up, baby. Fiercely going for the decap. Another great shot on Demise. He's full red, but it doesn't matter. He'll pick up the 3rd. Pittsburgh Knights, they won map 3.
The best individual player in the Pro League. Check the stats if you don't believe me, as he shows so much confidence in those intense fights. It's not like they up by 5 rounds. It's not like they're up 2-0 in the series. And under pressure, he says, you know what? I feel cool, calm, and collected, and I'm about to
I'm about to Hey, 10 seconds remaining. eUnited surprisingly might have a chance, but player 1 has to sprint and not stop. But with just 4 seconds remaining, Blaze, it is a GG. Pittsburgh Knights will win training grounds 5-3 and take a 2-1 lead over eUnited.
Man, oh man. The analyst desk, they're going to have fun breaking this one down. Okay, regardless, we're going to go to map 5.
Wait, who did John go with?
I think everybody went eUnited.
eUnited?
Everybody went eUnited on this one. But I don't blame him.
How can
I don't
you?
blame anyone for voting for eUnited after the performance we saw from PK yesterday.
No.
Okay?
Yeah.
But we're seeing the Knights in full form, and they have been golden so far. Now, they got to get ready for Spire to try to take this series and move on in the bracket.
Spire. Good map for Pittsburgh Knights, actually. Funny enough, their record is 0-0 for both rosters, so it's kind of like going into it fresh. They know Spire.
No one wanted to play it in a pro league.
Nobody, man. But you know what? Spire traditionally in the majors, though, Blaze, it has always been a big, impactful map. So and just like Canals, right? So Canals and Spire. So I think Spire is definitely going to be the most impactful. Well, clearly in this series. I mean, eUnited, second place in back-to-back majors. We talk about Powers trying to win one without Kenny, trying to win one without Explosive. We talk about the King, maybe the crown being shared with Dyslexic and Identitas, right? These guys are hungry for a win, but PK representing Latin America, this is a big moment for them as well as the entire region.
It truly is. I don't know if we already got to play it today, but Fiercely, that triple kill that he just got right there, that needs to be a contender. Only because the emotes flex.
He did it twice.
Yup, then he goes... Hold on, he did it right before on that one as well, and he goes in and he gets the 3rd, okay? He did it back-to-back flex with a kill. It was cool.
19% too on that final one as well. 19% health, and he still picked up the third. Like, we have been seeing some great plays. I think the lowest we've seen today, I forget who it was. I think it was a Rise member on Tomb, but he was down like the 3% health, and he still managed to get the win. It was absolutely spectacular. No, really, I can't stress it enough. That 5-3 victory on Training Grounds for PK was huge. Fiercely was my #1 draft pick for a reason. Yes. He is the stat leader in all of Pro League, just outside of Powers. Powers leads in KD and KDA. Fun fact about Fiercely, though, he picks up at least on average 39% of the eliminations on Pittsburgh Knights. That is the highest number in 39. The entire league. 39%, that's
almost
the highest
50.
number. Oh. And his damage per 10 minutes plays is the highest in the league as well. So Powers has 2, but Fiercely has 2 himself. So he is one of the most valuable players in the league for Split 4.
Man, Powers versus Fiercely, okay, in their respective squads. Our #1 and #2 draft picks of the All-Star draft, okay? And, when it comes down to it, they need to be respected, and I'm pretty sure they are in the chat. The hearts of US, the hearts of LATAM, and they got them. But, going into this next series, we'll see who can stay composed. We'll see who can come through for their team, because if you want to be the best in the league, you got to handle matches like this map 4 that's about to come up. Rather, if you're closing it out for your team or you're trying to force that comeback on Canals, where Powers is like, hey, get me there.
Yeah,
get
Powers.
me there. I'm going to win it for you if you can get me to Canals in that map 5. Now, he'll have a tough task going up against Dezenite. And, when it comes down to it, Dezo is a 6 sniper himself, but at the end of the day, he wasn't sniping on Team Blaze, okay? Powers was sniping for a reason.
No, he was not, okay? And I think Powers, honestly, if eUnited can get to map 5 Canals, I got to favorite them. I think they're going to be just fine. 2 matches taking place, one on UMG Bravo, one on UMG Charlie. We've been having channels up all day long, so you can catch all the action.
But one thing to note, the Northern Forces versus Team Queso was an elimination matchup.
That's crazy.
Okay, on UMG Charlie. And as you can see, Team Queso up in this map. And, but Northern Forces, a great setup here towards the hill. It's a 3v3 situation, as you're going to see Team Queso try to break through. Great defense from Northern. Big kills coming up on the map. The kill feed lighting up Blue Lava. Rocky, Kenny get the job done. They should be able to tie this one up, if not take a short lead by 5, as they'll rotate here towards the mid-map and start getting set up for next. On the other end, hey, Rebel, they're doing good. 1-0 up in their series against Casa. And as you see, it is 5-2 in favor. I believe that is Casa de Papel.
Is it? Or is it Rebel?
Let's go. Let's see. We'll get the confirmation on that one. But Casa de Papel is up 5-2 in that series. Okay. So Rebel got their hands full. The winner of that plays the winner of eUnited and PK, chat. But elimination matchup, and Sale says, get out the hill. 72 points there. The lead change didn't come in just yet, but I don't even know why I said it, because it's here now.
It's here now, brother. It was just a couple points away. And, well, Team Queso have to absolutely try and come back, and they've got one final attempt to break it. They are going to have 3-man push onto the right side. That's going to be into Rocky as well as Lava, who are currently inside the hill. They push through. They push them back. 287 to 279. Team Queso is going to break the hill. They'll double back. Kenny's going to come from mid now. Inside problems. A rising star could potentially be up there with the Legends, but hey, we don't have enough time either way, though. A good recovery, and I think that should lock it in for Northern Forces, as they will narrowly take, I believe, map 1, 300-280.
Man, talk about a comeback from Northern Forces right there. When we joined up, it was 275 in favor of Queso, and they were up. But as we can see, the lava is flowing once again, as you'll see the man on your screen with like a 2.3 KDA in this map with 18k damage. They get it done. So Northern in a good spot, but now we got to start moving forward here towards our next matchup in a second.
That's right. Yeah, still, map 4, big moment for Pittsburgh Knights. They're up 2-1. One more map to solidify a win against eUnited, who we can say it kind of is their arch nemesis. eUnited has put them into the grave, whether it be Pro League, E-Days, but also, the infamous major losses, right? eUnited's been a large reason for that. So, Spire, a big map, and I got to ask you, who do you favor?
Well, when it comes down to this one, I'm actually going to be favoring eUnited when it comes to Spire.
Fair.
I think this is going to go to a map 5. Now, PK, the way that they play now, Wolfpack, and they're going to need that on this map because Spire is not a map you want to get caught out in the open, okay? No. So they need to stay together, play the outsides of it, and it's almost, the middle of the map is like no man's land, okay? Kind of like Vaskar, but for control, So depending on how these rotations work out, but when it comes down to just the core play style of PK, when it comes down to that, I feel like PK playing together, right? Shooting together, hill after hill is going to be a little bit problematic for eUnited, but eUnited is going to have to, stay ahead of them, get their lancers up, and just kind of shut them down. But we'll see how it plays out. On your screen, it is Casa de Papel up against Rebel here on Tomb, and it's a 4v2 situation for Casa.
Ooh.
Almost was a 2v2.
Might be a 3v1 now. Casa de Papel lead 5-4. Chaos trying to close it out for his team, maybe to tie this up 1-1. Rebel will fall, and Casa de Papel get a tremendous victory, 6-4. And, well, Adverse is going to let the last one know from Rebel. Look, we are the victors, and this series is going to be a lot more competitive than maybe you were even expecting.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like.
There he is.
That's your boy
Javi,
right there.
Okay,
Gas him up.
Javi. Yes, sir. Hey, he's been playing really well. I wasn't necessarily wrong when I said Chavi could very well be the next Dyslexic or the Krabbies. I was not necessarily wrong. No,
you were not. He had potential.
Okay, he had potential. All right, because the question was I wasn't necessarily wrong, and you just immediately
I had potential to be a grand champion, but I'm not.
I don't know. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know. Jacob says he could still be a champion now. Put him on a roster.
Hey,
get him on EU. Get him on PK. He'll be a champion. I don't believe him.
Hey, you know what? If it ain't a champion at Gears, Jacob gonna be a champion at something. And he is a champion at many things, but when it's all said and done, he's gonna need me on his roster if he wants to change. Jacob, hit my manager up. You know how to get a hold of him.
Funky Bunch coming back, but this time redesigned. Jacob
2023.
Plays. Who else do we got? Who do you pick as coach? I'm actually curious about that. Who would coach you all?
Who would coach us?
Who would coach you? Because you got a lot of great options.
Fallout.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
So Fallout wouldn't play. He wouldn't play. I was watching him play off stream. I got to be honest with you. That man can't hit a shot to save his life. His glory days of hitting shots, well, they're way past him, okay? That man, he was like, why is my shot not hitting? I swear to you, I'm hitting full spreads, but I don't see a pellet being connected. And I'm like, because you're missing.
Hey, when he started to get warm up, John was starting to straight line some people. Okay, he pulled away one big double kill on Ribs and Colin the other day in our 2v2 matchup.
Really?
We got cooked though.
But just one.
Yeah, we got cooked on boxes, but he came away with a decent double kill on the two of them. Okay.
So one out of what, 13, 15 rounds or something?
Yeah.
Hey, you take what you can get.
Something like that. But when it comes down to his ratio of his history, he's still in the positive though. So. John, a great Gears player in his own right. I give it to him. Okay, I give John a lot of slack, but John's a shooter.
Okay, so we have Fallout as the coach, you and Jacob playing as players. That leaves 2 more spots left. And I want to say I am a free agent as well. So I'm up for grabs if you want me.
Yeah, for sure.
So do you lose your next 2?
Yeah, we got tryouts happening soon, okay?
Okay, it's now official.
Well, yeah. But, tryouts happening soon, okay? The squad to get together. We'll talk about it. We'll get you on some scrims, see how the comms is going.
You're letting me down easy. I really like this, actually.
Like, we're not starting no group chats today or anything like that, okay? Don't want that type of commitment. What is this, marriage?
You know what? I wouldn't. Okay, let me not go too. See, now you're going to get me derailed. And now that we're in person, man, it could get real weird. Because when we're on camera, you're on the other side of a monitor. I'll push this as far as I want, man. But now looking into your eyes, it's like, ooh. But I tell you what, though, we have been hitting the workouts hard in the morning, bro.
Yes.
And this morning, I was so offended. We finished our workout. Fallout was like, yo, you guys want to get a selfie? And I'm like, yeah, I'll do a selfie. And I go to this side of Blaze, and Blaze immediately puts up his arm and just immediately flexes right into my face and hits me directly in the nose.
I think when I flexed the bicep, it was like a little uppercut on your chin. I didn't know you were coming into the frame like that. My bad.
That perception you said. That's what you blamed
I didn't have my contacts in today. So I didn't have my contacts in. But, as we get this next matchup, set up, we do have an awesome series that's been going out there on social media. I don't know if you guys have seen the Legacy series. If you have not, head on over to the @Gears Esports Twitter. Go check out the videos. But till then, we got one for you right now.
The crowd in Mexico is always alive, hype, just the biggest fans of Gears, honestly.
The crowd in Mexico for a Gears esports LAN event is unlike anything anybody has ever experienced. Take your biggest stages of all time, your Super Bowls, your World Series Game 7s. Not one of them can hold a candle to the passion, the love, and the sheer energy that is exuded by each and every person that attends, plays, spectates, participates. Who gives a what? If you're there in Mexico City, it's the best thing going.
Every time I've been to Mexico, it was just like the greatest experience, or one of the greatest experiences I've ever had. Like taking pictures, like meeting everyone. It was crazy. I didn't know like I had fans until I went to Mexico. That fan base is just different, man.
Play in Mexico in front of my family, in front of my friends. It was so special to me because my family was there to support me.
Mexico is probably the only location I've been to where I've taken that many photos. Like the moment I walked in, they were already asking for pictures. Like I've never seen a community that's that supportive with Gears, because any of the US events, they were good, but they didn't have that many like spectators like that. Like when you go to Mexico, it's packed off the very first day.
Mexico has a different kind of passion for Gears that is just comes from heart. And when something comes from heart, it's just 10 times better. It's not just main stage. You've got the side stations. You've got people behind the players. And it's not just the players getting up and talking the trash talk. We've got the audience doing the trash talk for the players.
You can actually hear the crowd through the headphones, and if you're not allowed them, they're not going to be on your side. So
it's just a different experience. It was incredible just to be a part of it, but to win in front of that crowd was just, man, it's a huge difference maker. I'll never forget the crowd, how they screamed as we walked out. I think Benson was the first one to say he had never seen a crowd boo Optic.
Seeing all these people like actually in the event and all the venue just rocking Gears merch, supporting Gears was just incredible, man. Like it was the best experience I think of my life, to be honest.
It was pretty cool too, because it was my first time having a line of people line up for our ladies team and want pictures and autographs and stuff. So it was pretty surreal at that time. It was really exciting.
There were so many fans selling custom merch, asking for pictures nonstop, and it was just electric, and it was such a culture shock for all of us. And just that whole first season of that international circuit was a blast overall. Like it really validated this thing that we've been so passionate about for years leading up to that.
For all the fans and Latam, we want to say thank you, not only for myself, but I'm sure all the other players, the people hosting events. We want to say thank you for all the love and support that you guys have been bringing us. The community has always been there. The love that you guys have for the game has always shown, and it's something that I've always been grateful for, and it's something that I think has helped us stay alive as a community, and we're all here together just because, you know, the amount of love that the people that show for this game is just, it's like no other.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Gears Summer Major. I'm Taylor Reflections Noble, joined by the magnificent wizard, Guy Blaze himself. We're deadlocked in a series. Pittsburgh Knights and eUnited. PK should lead 2-1 over that of EU. So we talked about Spire. We also talked about your roster. You wouldn't give me your last two. That's okay, but tryouts, they'll be coming soon, and I'm sure everybody can reach out to your Twitter to find out if they have a chance.
Hey, if you guys want to join Ill by Nature, holla at your boy, and you know, we'll see if we can get you on the team if you got what it takes to play at the same place as Blaze. You know
as Blaze, as Bay, huh? He said
as Baze. Yo, I should change my name to Baze.
You should, man.
Yo, Baze ain't a bad name.
But what does it mean? Like Baze, Yo, I got Baze. Like what does it mean?
No, like I'm Bay. You know, I'm
like
Bay.
your Bay.
I'm Bay.
Like Collins Bay, my Bay, your Bay, we Bay.
Yeah, I'm Bay.
Hey, look, check
Bay
it out.
is love.
Like I said, we went to the gym. I saw this man lift, and I'm like,
Bay is love.
dang,
okay,
bro,
so instead of Blaze, I'm Baze. Okay.
Okay, well, that's why I brought out my best gear today. Okay, I show off a little chest.
Hey,
I was like,
I'm loving his shirt, by the way.
We picked it up. He helped me, by the way. I can't take
Yeah.
ownership. They were like, you need this.
He said he didn't like the shirt. Me and Colin told him he was crazy. It's a great looking shirt. Okay.
I thought it showed
y'all
too
can't
much,
really
man.
see the pattern on it, but it feels comfortable.
Yeah. It's not. No,
is it hot?
Nice. No, it's not.
It seems
breathable.
areas breathable, right?
Breathable,
like, I like
nice.
breathable shirts like that because sometimes like we get players getting headshots and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and not flex. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
That's why y'all don't see how yoked I am sometimes. I always like to mask my power level until
Dude,
it's time to really show out.
Honestly, he's deceiving. He puts on a hoodie or what he's wearing now. Like, he doesn't look that big, right? But when he puts on like a tank top and actually flexes the guns, his bicep's bigger than my head. Contrary to popular belief, I'm not that small. Okay, I know you guys want to roast me and say I'm like 4 foot something. I'm not.
Yeah.
And I deserve that because I said I was 6'8", you know, fully tatted for like years, and you guys believed me for whatever reason. I'm 5'9". All right, I'm
Chad totally believed you.
About what? About me being 6'7", 7'6",
tatted,
whatever. Oh, they
you
were
know.
100%, bro. They were tripping. They were like, "Are you kidding me? Yo, he's massive, bro." And I wanted a LAN event so badly, so I can then walk in and people's expecting me to be up here, but I'm actually down here. Okay, but my hands are still 6'7". Don't mess with me and run up on me because I take you down. That's all I'm saying. Okay, that's
Put your
all
hand
I'm
up
saying.
to the screen.
It's pretty big.
Oh my God.
Yo, honestly,
Have you found a soulmate?
Hey, hey, you chill out.
Hold on. Let me same size. So get that on there. Okay, I got some length on you.
You got a little bit of
length
length
on you.
A little bit of length. I mean, but you are like
Taylor,
6'3".
you can't touch me like that. I've been away from home for a while. Okay, you can't. Silly, yo, you.
First a breadstick to the head, and now this.
Oh my God!
We did too much remote work, man. It's nice.
We
to be in
did. We
person,
truly
right?
did. That's why I'm so happy to touch him. Okay. We've done so much remote work, okay? It's been my duel for like the last year and a half.
Hey, it's been a while.
And I finally get to cast.
It's been a while,
awesome.
man. Hey, he gives the best hugs. I'm dead serious, man. Hey, that's no joke. But seriously, this shirt, I don't know if it was worth $180 though.
Oh, this shirt?
Yeah.
That was not
No, it's $49.
I'm about to say,
Hey, it was $49.
The shirt that I had was $180 the other day. The one
Which
that I brought
one?
up there, that blue one.
That blue one was.
That was $180.
We bought it at the same store.
No, not that one. That one was like $35.
Okay, see that.
The other option I had brought, the one you didn't see it. I didn't show it to you, but
I didn't see it.
It has like nice fabric. I was in Kansas City and I was like, yo, I need to find something to wear, but they didn't have no clothing stores out there for some reason.
They really did.
They don't, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like looking around and I just saw these specialty stores. And it was a beautiful looking shirt.
Was it?
But yeah, I looked at that price tag. It said $180. I said, my God. Then I had to sit back and I said, guy, think about your future. Think about your career. People are gonna love it. Okay, they're gonna love it. Expense it. Don't worry about it. Just get it for your soul.
Bro, I tell you
and
what,
I caved. I brought that shirt. I said, charge it to the game.
There is value in looking good when we're doing what we're doing, bro. That is an absolute fact.
Mhm.
And Blaze, you do look good. Whatever game that you're doing,
I do.
whatever game.
You know, my hair is losing some buoyancy right now.
No,
but
he did that just to look taller, okay? He wanted to put us down to the ground. That's exactly why he did that, man.
All
That's
right, there we
okay.
go.
It's cool. You know, I'm here.
Chat be
for
like,
it.
yo, what is sitting on top of Blaze's head? You know, at this point, it's living. Okay,
It's living.
It has a mind of its own.
What's the name of it, man? What's it called?
What is it? I don't know. Chat, you guys got to find a name for my bun. Okay? It is the this is the crow's nest. No, not the crow's nest. Could be a crow's nest though.
Could be a crow's nest.
It truly can be.
Now tell you what. Let's elevate the storyline a little bit further about your hair, right? So it's called the crow's nest, but what is its quirk?
Oh, what is its quirk?
What is its quirk?
Oh my God!
What does your hair do?
My hair quirk. Okay, for my my hero fans out there, I would it will gather energy from around me.
Your hair just gathers energy?
Yo, yeah, it's like a charging pack, okay?
But how do you use the power with your hair, though? You just whip people? You whip your hair back and forth?
Nah, it just comes within.
So it just builds up in your hair.
It just builds up,
but then you can just output it
I
anywhere
can
you
output
want.
it anywhere else. You know, as I'm always walking around, I'm always charging up.
So
Best thing I could think of, chat. Roll with me.
So then put you to sleep, shave the head, and now you have no more power. Seems easy to
What'd
defeat
you just say to me?
I said put you to
You
sleep.
don't touch my hair. I be having trauma about people trying to cut my hair.
Hey,
okay?
what happened to you? Hold up a second, man. Let me be your therapist. Did you really have people trying to cut your hair like unintentionally back in the day? You get a bad fade or what happened, bro?
My
What's
grandmother
up?
didn't like my hair. I had the big old like a Vexy style afro.
Oh, did you?
Yo, it was bigger than that. It like ludicrous. Afro was out here,
Yeah.
hanging out the sides,
Yeah.
too big to stand up. Man, yo, I was sleeping with one eye open. She was coming in with them clippers like, I'm gonna get you. okay, don't look professional.
Yo, that's honestly terrifying, bro. Grandma's supposed to be nurturing, loving.
Oh yeah,
and
she
she's
is.
coming at you
and
with
she
clippers,
knows
bro.
Best, okay,
Clippers and scissors.
my
You know,
God.
trying to do it. Speaking of
I need
hair.
a support dog.
Speaking of hair, come up here.
Mia,
Come up here. Don't be camera shy. Oh yeah, you have no idea the camera even exists. You're just in your own world.
Why you go to him? Oh, it's the shirt. She want to scratch that shirt. Okay?
No, because she's
like
known
the
her
texture.
for years.
Look at
I've
the
known her
texture
for
on that.
years.
Oh no, man.
Most well-behaved dog. I kid you not. Super trained. Do anything. You tell her like stay, she'll stay. You tell her move, she'll move. Right now,
Yo,
she's on
check
top
this
of the
out.
ball.
Let's take a look at our map cycle real quick, okay, for this series, all right?
Why we want to break the dog up and look at the cycle?
No, we want to take a look at our map cycle, and I'm going to get the chat something special. Chat, watch this, okay?
Okay.
All right? We're going to take a look at this real quick, okay?
Yeah.
Our score for this series. All right, as it's 2-1. Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, you see what's happening.
Yeah,
over
so
here.
we're tied up 2-1. How does that work? 2-1 score, 300-264 on Regency. A Fiera 6-2. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's too slow. Yo, I'm glad we were at the map. So that was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Trading grounds 5-3 escalation. And now you see the master plan at work.
The master plan.
Yo,
right
this
here.
table is slippery.
It's
she
slippery.
jumped up and she just went.
She slid
like
into
a
my
slip and
arms and I
slide.
fell back. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
All right, Mia, you're on the broadcast now officially.
Yeah.
Okay, as you get to help us feel until we get this next matchup started
Our paws
between
are slipping. God bless her
eUnited
heart.
and PK. And don't worry about it, chat. We'll make sure we get you the updates. Both of our squads are talking about something, but I can see right now the game is starting up soon.
Is it?
But, you know, as I take care of the traumas of people trying to cut my hair in my sleep, I'm going to just keep petting Mia as she's here for me. You know, it's crazy how dogs are always there when you need them. You know what I'm talking about, chat?
Yeah, man. Hey, dogs. Man's best friend, a woman's best friend, anybody's best friend.
You know what? After COVID casting, us having a pup in here is real nice, okay?
Oh, man. Well, she's been here all along. You should have just been here, bro.
Been. Yeah.
You should have just been here.
I wasn't there.
Her name is Mia. She's awesome. How old is she? 2 years old.
2 years old.
2
Mia,
years
you're
old.
Two?
And so
You're
well
two, baby?
trained. Yes. Such
You're
a
two?
baby. She likes the
Wow,
beard.
you're so
She's going for the
huge.
beard. You talk about taking your hair off, man.
I know, baby. I know.
Oh, man. It looks like we're loading into Spire.
We are.
And it's going to be a fun
I'm
time.
ready.
We'll see how long. Hey, she might stick around. She tried it before. And then she got bored and she said, I got to leave you guys. You guys are screaming too much, going off, jumping up and down, man. So, well, no, she's already gone. Dad's taking her away. That's fine. We got a real match ahead of us. We're moving into Spire. Map number 4. And eUnited, they have to respawn blazed. And if they don't, well, they're moving down to the loser bracket much earlier than expected.
Yeah, they are. Okay. They will be if they cannot take this map. But, hey, eUnited, I can guarantee you this one. They're going to be playing with a lot of fire in map number 4. Let's see what they choose to do. Let's see how they choose to make this come back. Here we go, y'all.
All right, let's hop into it. Spire, the record is 0-0 when it comes to Pro League, but make no mistake about it, both rosters are very familiar with this map. The Chapel fight underway, the first initial breaking down, and already 2 downs from Pittsburgh. Nice, this could be a clean sweep from eUnited. A matter of fact, it is, minus Demise, or should be Identitas. Where's he? Wait, I guess he was down and out. Demise will pick up the drop shot. eUnited off to a great start.
It was a quick 3 kills in succession right there. eUnited will get the drop shot. They get the nades, and I love that break from Demise to stop his opponents before they can get towards that side of the map to get the drop. A quick kill coming through for PK, and now they got to get up these stairs. They got to get to the hill, but they got a lot they need to get through because the nades are still on the map. Powers looking to pick up this kill, almost out-rotated Dezo, but Dezo knew he had to pick up Raver if he was going to do anything else. Powers is going to run back to his teammate, but him and Dyslexic has to move forward on the pinch. They get the kill towards mid-map. Drop shot still in the hands of Demise. Haven't popped it just yet.
They're challenging this hill very late. I mean, unless they just wanted to keep it competitive, maybe.
They trapped them. I love this. I love TJ getting out this position because by doing this, he forces eUnited into the best possible position rather than getting caught out, and gives PK this opportunity to move out the front door and pinch eUnited. Positioning is everything in this game, and now TJ, thinking ahead, he is able to put the damage on PK that he needs, but Dezo finds it out, and now TJ under pressure. 2 players on him. The nade doesn't come out, and they're on the ground.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it. Yes, Dezo got it.
Dezo got him. All right, so fair enough. And The second hill is going to be contested. Power is a large reason for that. Despite Pittsburgh Knights being in front of them, Power still holding on to what he's got. Now, one thing that I do want to take note, I mentioned the record is 0-0, Blaze. eUnited worked super hard to get better and better and better at this map at Spire. And even in previous splits, this was a map they did prefer to play. So, again, reason why they should be a favorite to send us to a map 5.
They should be. You got Dyslexic trying to get aggressive up against Raver, but he did not see Identities on the inside. Now Powers has to reposition. TJ was a big one against Fiercely, but Powers having a difficult battle on his left hand against Desinite. Demise can't get the kill right away. Quick revives coming out from PK. Being there for each other. Now to get a chance to move on over and play for next. Raver was on his last down. That drop shot may be on the ground and maybe backpack away. Desinite's moving up.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter either way, baby. A nuclear bomb was dropped, and Dyslexic does get the drop. And, you know, the cherry on top, brother, they've got the next hill, too. And this is a money hill, and they're already leading 107-29.
Huge play from Dyslexic right there to just really stop his Latin American brothers in their tracks from being able to make a play and start coming back into this map. eUnited is upset that they are down in this series 2-1. But we're seeing a response, right? 100-point lead for them. They got power weapon control. New nades come up in a bit. It's going to be a while before them. But right now, PK trying to get to that spawn from the outside. You move on over towards Library. A big kill coming through for Identities. But now he has 3 players chasing him. He gets around the corner just barely. But he's going to have to fight soon. Yeah, Flash didn't come out quick enough. Ultimately, it's eUnited still collecting on time.
Brother, like, at this point, it might change. But Pittsburgh Knights, from the start to where we are now, have looked absolutely non-existent. Like, they look like they're not even playing. And that's because eUnited are just taking it to PK in every single fight. We're seeing great plays from Demise. Demise, by the way, has 9 assists, 5,300 damage. And we're only just a couple of minutes into this map number 4. But finally, PK showing some life. But will it be shut down? Dyslexic looking to make a great play from before, but runs into the stat leader of Fiercely. Now Powers, 1vx situation. He's already got 2. He's got 3. Can we get a 4? Push into Identities. He'll die. Powers doesn't get it, but the damage that he just outputted is insane.
Insane indeed, and now look at his positioning. He'll force all 3 players forward. Dyslexic will move back, pull up a lantern. eUnited 2-2 between a hill, around a hill. Now Identities, he'll lose his 1v2 situation. On the other side, Fiercely with a drop shot. He can't take down Dyslexic. It's a bad lead. Can't save Raver. And it's eUnited collecting on time. So far, a fantastic map for eUnited, looking like they can't be stopped.
Absolutely not. And I mean, if they take this momentum and they clear this map with ease, with the commanding lead going into Canals, I think this series is theirs. But still, can they lock it in? Pittsburgh Knights might still be early going. The score lead is scary, but eUnited haven't reached 250 yet. That's what I'm going to start sweating. But, I mean, you can't deny eUnited's stats have to be absolutely incredible. Speaking of stats, can we actually take a look? Because I want to see how far behind PK is dragging.
Yeah, you know, when it comes down to it. Oh, there's a nade. Nade over the top. Meat shield on TJ. Blocks some damage. Protects his life.
What? He doesn't want. Yo,
you gotta get a melee in right there.
What?
Instead, Demise looking to turn up. He'll get taken out. But impressive that he's able to find a kill in that situation. So as you were talking about with the kills, Demise looks good with 11 and 6 kills. I told you he was going to have a highlight series, and so far so good for him. Demise in the champ bracket is a player you don't want to mess with.
8,800 damage too. Pittsburgh Knights, will they wake up? PK fans, if you're in the chat, you need to send them your energy. A Spirit Bomb is needed at this point because eUnited are looking like gods at the moment. But PK set up on a corner hill. 50 seconds is here. Doesn't mean PK is going to be rich by any means, but they can continue, or at least they can continually come back. 3 hills, I think, is needed at this point if they want to make this competitive.
Okay, here we go. 3 hills, 16 fights needs at least be won to get to that point. Fights. And it starts here. And it's another team fight in which they will win.
That's huge.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great right there. So now 5 more to go. They're collecting on time. Now, this next hill, they're going to be rotating across the map to try to get towards that library. It's in the top right-hand corner of your mini-map. You see a few players can't press forward just yet. You got to stop and get that drop shot. TJ gets taken out by Desanite. It's a 2v2 situation. It's about to be a 3v3. You got PK with a little Lancer there towards the mid-map. A lot of support coming out for Identives. No cleanup there on the drop. Raver goes down. Quick revive. Great spawns out for eUnited. They know the drop shot's on the ground somewhere. Not able to pick it up just yet, but they will get it. And you will have TJ able to get out. Not going to pop the active just yet. Wants to move in closer with his team. Here we go. Let's see if he can pop the top off this defense.
Well, now one. They were together for just a short period of time, but obviously we have X-Ray. They don't. TJ still drop shot, another active, so he's looking to shoot this without question. He'll go ahead and back away. Nate ended up rolling through, so he had to just mitigate as much damage as possible. PK holding on tight. eUnited haven't got a single point off that last hill. Pittsburgh Knights have definitely been in decent control. He wanted to shoot it, but he holds back just a bit. I mean, he's taunting them. He's tempting, but finally shoots it. Raver doubles back. He can't get away from it. Now Identis is being pressured up. 1v2, a big moment for him. He can't hold his ground. Fiercely, he'll throw his hat in the ring. He's finished, and eUnited take a relatively fresh hill.
Yeah, fresh hill indeed. And, you know, we didn't get some team fight wins that we needed from eUnited throughout that rotation. They didn't get the power weapon. They were able to get into the hill first a little bit, but eUnited was in a great position. So, PK, they got to get back into this fight soon. But as you look at the mini-map, that defense is not looking good. But it's Raver who's looking to break through for PK. As he'll get some downs, some cleanups, but Powers is being a nuisance with that Lancer, helping out Demise. Demise trying to return the favor, but instead, he's going to put himself in a position to negate the hill. He gets cleared out that corner, and now PK is going to continue to rack up some time.
I think we're going back to the Chapel Hill. You see the rotation already into play. eUnited trying to get the early jump to get the early points off of Chapel. Raver down. Now they've got to double back and go back up. Fiercely's going to try and attack from Chapel's steps. He makes a good effort. TJ is very weak. TJ is down. Now Fiercely can assist his boys on the inside, but wait, there are no boys on the inside. Fiercely's got to do it by himself. He will fall. Powers now is back onto his feet. Raver is back for round 2 onto the Chapel fight. eUnited will back away. Raver will take down one. A second will fall. The third one should get away. Raver, don't chase this.
Oh, chase that, Raver. You're Raver, bro. You got to get in there. Ah, but he should have chased it. He didn't have no help. I agree. The Lancer Fire didn't come in time, but it was a great stun. He just played that position too wide right there and opened himself up to the Lancer Fire on the other side. Now towards mid-map, Desanite, no man's land.
He needs this. Drop shot on his back. He gets it.
Oh, that's a classic Gears 1 move coming out of Desanite. That's one of my favorites. The blind fire over the cover, stay protected, stay accurate. Drop shot in Desanite's hands. He'll hit the stairs for the kill. Great drop placement from him. And now they'll clear out the last eUnited member from this corner. 26 seconds left on this kill. eUnited has spawns for next as well, Taylor. Even though PK are winning some fights, it may be a little too late to try to take this series now.
But the good news, though, about this P2 is they're no longer trapped. PK isn't trapped, right? Remember, whenever we were transitioning from Chapel to P2 off of the very start, man, PK could not break away. And maybe I spoke too soon. I mean, already being gatekeeped by Powers himself. Powers, he'll back up, but he's only doing that to get picked back up. At this point, Pittsburgh Knights might as well be trapped. They can't break out, and eUnited only need 20 more points.
Only need 20 more as the clock is ticking down. No one close to this hill on the side of PK. A few players at the front door. I love that smoke to stop any long-range damage from coming out, but you will get the hill negated by Raver and Identity on the other side of that cover. 1v1, TJ and Desanite for the cross to be able to get the flank and help their teammates win the fight. Who will win this battle? Desanite knows he has to go big, and he shall. Taking down TJ. Identitas goes big against Dyslexic, and now PK has the right to flood the hill, get these kills. Great placements coming out from Fiercely.
Yep.
Great spacing. And so now you'll have PK break that 200-point marker finally. But since eUnited is up in the lead, they can play for the power weapons. They don't have to do too much.
Oh, wait, TJ checks his corner. Yeah.
Great move from Desert Knight.
Great move indeed. Drop shots picked up from Dyslexic. How much time remains? 26 seconds. eUnited, they're not going to do it. Spire's too big. If it was Ritual, maybe, maybe they would make an attempt. If there's Regency, sure, but they don't do so. All right, fair enough. So eUnited is going to focus on the next hill, and Dyslexic is going to be a key factor for taking down the Spearhead. Is it Raver? Is it Dezo? Dezo avoids it. That's good news for PK.
Truly great news. You're going to miss that drop shot in open area, in open space like that. Beautiful nade. Only gets one. They'll toss the second too deep, but they force both players forward. The damage is there, and they shall get all 3 kills when it's all said and done.
Are you feeling it?
I would love for them to just use one nade.
Are you feeling it?
I'm not feeling it yet.
Not yet.
They used 2 nades in that situation. They needed to use one. Okay. I know it looked good to use 2, but that close nade was enough to disrupt everyone. Sometimes you just have to know when to be resourceful. Ultimately, it's hard to make those decisions in these positions when you are down by so much, right? You want to get those kills out as soon as you can. And to put them in a great spot, they get the lead back.
Yep.
No, they do not. They'll be down by 4, okay?
Yep.
But my God, will they be close?
So this is a hill that is hard to contest. You either take it over or you die. That's the only 2 options, right? You really can't stay anywhere safe. You just got to barrel through and try and break it. So Pittsburgh Knights, if they can defend against a push from eUnited, then they're going to have to quickly rotate because that's what eUnited's next game plan is going to be. Here comes the push plays.
Also, it's a 50-50 on the next hill. We're going back to drop shot. Fiercely is asking for help. He gets the help that he wants. Oh, the help is there.
They need this. PK needs this. Blaze. 2 gone. And I love that you said it's a 50-50. But look at Dyslexic hiding in the shadows. But no one's taking the bait.
Now he's on the flank. Dyslexic breaks out. He wants a little bit of that
Can he
time.
get there?
Yo, hold up.
Fiercely has to contest. Fiercely's got to contest, and he does. But that kite's over PK members. That kite's him over, and the new hill's coming into play shortly. But Raver's there with drop.
Man, I love how you called out that kite. Demise tried to make the play. Tried to get the Mr. Krabs on the board. He tried to close it out for his team.
It's hard to do on Spire.
KJ can't avoid those.
Nope.
Now, you just got to get some damage on Dezo before he pushes and tries to cross there, but nobody's in the hill.
Nobody's in the hill.
You know.
Get in it. Oh, he touches it just in the nick of time. Now, this is where you wish you had power.
Oh, my God.
But Fiercely with the cross. Fiercely with the cross. This could be everything. This is moving through. That's going to be one. But taking the second. TJ will stay alive. TJ was not going to be helping it. Power's going to die. TJ on the outside. Pittsburgh Knights can do this.
But it comes down to Dyslexic. Also, Demise gets a big kill in the hill. He can't hop the wall. But PK will lock this series in 3-1.
Wow. Or was that eUnited, man? I think that was eUnited who ended up winning.
Oh, my God.
Hey,
apologies, bro.
We are going to map 5. Hey, you have me second guessing, bro. That's eUnited.
I'm sorry, chat. We got the map 5.
Hey, we got a map 5. We're going to Canals. That last couple of points ended up ticking through, and well, Canals is going to be a fun one. Will it be NA? Will it be Latal moving forward? We're going to find out after this map 5. Welcome back, everybody, to the Gears Summer Major, an exciting series between the Titans of North America and Latin America. I'm talking about Pittsburgh Knights and eUnited, a map that seemed like it was over from the start. That lead was tremendous, 175-28, but Pittsburgh Knights, they clawed their way back to finish 300-280 something, and it came down to a critical moment. I thought PK could do it, but at the end, it was Demise who ended up clutching up.
You know, I gotta apologize to the eUnited fans that I made sad, the PK fans that I made happy. You know, and look at this, 217 to 40.
I know.
217 to 40
it was severe,
right there,
bro. It was severe. Like it was.
And we said it right here. Well, they gotta win 16 fights, right?
Yep.
And they start winning them from then on out. And that last one, you know, it was Demise as he died in the last hill. I felt like no one's going to be able to cap it, right?
Right.
And you had so many PK members alive in that situation. I thought the comeback was complete, but someone on eUnited managed to get in, and here we go, those final 3 kills. Was it player 7? See, Demise dies here. Oh my, look, everybody's around the hill.
Yep, that's
all 3 members right there.
And that's what I was saying, bro. Yep.
Holy.
I know, dude. PK was right there. It's
all
just
3 members around the hill.
They just couldn't get in the hill, man. They could not get in the hill. I mean, that's rough, to say the least. But hey, Honestly, I look at this more as a positive than a negative. And the reason why, yes, it's a negative. You lose the map if you're Pittsburgh Knights. But you also made it competitive 300 to 288. And that was a map where, again, that could have been an absolute slaughter. It was a slaughter up until the very end.
Yeah.
So PK recovered a little bit of momentum that they can take into map 5.
They did get that momentum, and now as we got to head into the Canals.
I know you're excited. Your favorite map, brother.
Canals for the bread.
With dual snipes, a favorite map. It's gonna be fun.
Canals to get to the winner semis, okay? To guarantee yourself top 6 in the money. That's what these next 6 rounds are coming down to. I don't know what the difference is in the placement. Probably somewhere between like top 12 and top 6 on this matchup here. And so this is a good chunk of change. You really guarantee yourself in the money by winning this map if you are PK and eUnited to progress on forward, to put yourself in the money with teams like Rise and Fury 1. And I don't know the status of the Rebel series, but we'll get that one a little bit later on. I was assuming that they were going to win it. That was an assumption, okay? But
they were tied 1-1 when we hopped off.
Yeah, they were. It was against Casa de Papel. So one of those 2 squads can guarantee themselves in the money. I think the way Casa de Papel has been playing, it'd be a Cinderella story.
It would be.
They make it to the semifinals
be,
because they are such a scrappy team. They're underdogs, but they push a lot of people towards game 5. They've had some depressing losses, but they've also had some great victories against top teams out there, But it is 2-1 in the series. Rebel is up, and they are loading into the district control at that. So I think Casa de Papel is a good district control team.
They're great. Yeah, great.
I think they are also a great execution team, but we'll see if they get there later on. But hey, it'd be even cool if we can hop in on that map 5 later. But it depends on how this map 5 goes.
I'm telling you.
We'll see how lucky we are. But hey, that game is on Bravo, so you guys can go check it out over there. If you are a Rebel or Casa de Papel fan. But for Pittsburgh Knights and eUnited fans out there, the time is now. Someone has to step up. Someone has to make the play. Which squad is going to come out with the better strategy here on Canals to keep the victories flowing and move on to the winter semis? We're about to find out, Taylor.
We are about to find out. We already know the storyline of Powers. He's going to be your main sniper, and when he heats up, it is hard to cool him off. But on the other side, Pittsburgh Knights, they do in fact have Dezo, but more importantly, they have Fiercely. And Fiercely is neck and neck. You literally have number 1 and number 2 when it comes to KDA between Powers and Fiercely. But Fiercely is special for another reason. He's not shy about pushing for the torque bow. So that's another thing Pittsburgh Knights can have on their side. PK has flexibility, but eUnited has slayability. This is a big map. Whoever takes it moves forward.
Powers versus Dezenite here on the board, and Powers takes a look towards mid-bridge. Dezenite misses his shot on TJ as he takes the connectors. It's 2v2 up top and a 2v2 down low as TJ will find first blood on Identives in the connectors, and Dezenite by himself can't catch a player on the escape. The torque bow isn't picked up just yet. Powers will gatekeep it, and it's eUnited up.
Powers ready to take Dezo's head off. Does he overexpose himself? Not just yet. TJ with that first blood. Able to solidify mid-bridge position. I believe I saw Fiercely's name light up just up ahead. So at this point, things are going to slow down. PK's got to open up at least a route or a move to gain some semblance of control. But Blaze, you know Canals like the back of your hand. How do they go about it?
Well, when it comes down to it, PK in this situation, they want to try to get the bow, but in order to get that, you got to move Powers out of his position. This could be a great bait to force a sniper battle. It's up to Dezenite to try to take his head out of this situation. Plays on the mid-bridge. Fiercely stays low. Powers looking for the body shot. That's a huge down. No, another body shot on TJ, but he gets to the safety of the cover, and Powers finds the one headshot his team was looking for. He gets the second down as well. Dezenite can't do much in this situation.
1v4, tough spot to be in. We've seen Toady pull off 1v3s. We saw even Powers do, a 1v4 against Northern Forces. That was there in a Pro League matchup, and it was spectacular to see. But
I will say this, though, but in those 1v4s, you have to get at least 1 kill or so in a chaos when a round starts, right? Okay. And some of those, when the fight's happening on the mid-bridge and connectors, you got to be in position to start making kills happen now. If not, the more time that goes on, your opponent just gets more solidified in their defense. They get more composed. They start surrounding you, and the play gets that much more difficult. You got to be proactive finding those kills because it's only 2-minute rounds, okay?
Yeah.
If these squads got to man up, they'll wait to that overtime hill and force you into that objective until into their crosshairs.
I like that stat line. Everybody in eUnited picking up at least one elim, all doing their part. TJ with the first blood, Powers with the kill himself with the headshot, and then he also ended up getting a big body. Dis got the final kill. Demise ended up getting the kill, I think, on the play from Powers with a big body shot. But here we are, moving into round number 2. Powers once again, snipe in hand. TJ, first blood again, taking down Raver. A second one will fall, and PK just, 10 seconds in, already in shambles.
In shambles indeed. Not looking good for him. TJ's making some big plays here on the mid-bridge, and Fiercely is having a hard time, okay? He's having a hard time getting up there to his teammates, getting control over those nades.
I got enough for all you.
And you'll see the victory, and I love that flex coming out there at the end from eUnited, especially on Fiercely at that, okay? Loving it.
Hey, it's poetic, isn't it? It really is. It's all coming full circle. eUnited, they are off to a wonderful start, and Pittsburgh Knights honestly have looked so lackluster at this point. They need a new paint of shine. They just need something to make, I don't know, something incredible. But TJ really is the guy you've got to stop. I mean, he's got both the first bloods. He's been taking it to town to Raver, and this time Raver's going to respect it. Play on Torquebo has finally been made. Pittsburgh Knights like to do that, and Identiv seems to be free and clear.
Desnai won't be able to get the angle he won't here on Powers. Let him sit in that corner, and Powers goes for the body shot. Identiv's bow hits the top of the bridge and not the back of that pillar behind Powers like he wanted to flush him out of that corner. Desnai has pressure, and his pillars up top. All of eUnited on the high side. Dezo with a great shot there on Dyslexic. And so it's going to be eUnited trapped here towards the back of their spawn. Not much they can do.
But who's trapped with who? That's my question.
Who's trapped with who?
Who's trapped with who? Is it eUnited trapped with PK or PK trapped with eUnited?
No, it's that 100%. It's PK having eUnited trapped here towards the corner of the map. They're away from all heals on the center line. It's eUnited forced to have to find a kill. It's PK with 2 power weapons in their hand, and they may even try to get the nade control here towards the later portion of the round, but you don't want to chance it sometimes with Powers, posted up in his corner waiting. He's just literally searching every area on this map. We see his 1v1 in the corner to the right. I don't know if he knows that player is there just yet, because they kind of walked up into that position. Yeah, Powers doesn't know it, but
I think he does.
He knows some people are on this side of the map for sure.
For sure he knows somebody is there without question. Demise is also getting pressured. Powers definitely knows now. He'll back away. TJ gets denied. Powers stays alive, and he's going to reach out with the snipe. This is an opportunity. He'll miss the first one. 2 players in front. Powers falls. Pittsburgh Knights still in a 4v3. Make that a 4v2. Powers down and out. TJ still has the nades. Overtime is going to be coming up in 5 seconds. The nades could be impactful. You got to throw them out, though. One's thrown. Checks the flank. Dezo's there on the flank. He pushes Dezo. Big shot. Not enough. Pittsburgh Knights will finally secure a round.
Man, that nade, I thought it could have been good.
Triple kill, right?
Yeah. No, that nade would have been huge to just kind of force those players back. In the end, it is PK getting on the board. And that's off the back of that headshot that Desnai got, right? If you want PK to come back, he needs to pop off. He has to. He has to hit these body shots on the low side. Or he just needs to challenge Powers and get him out of this fight. But Powers is talking himself in that safety spot right next to the snipe pickup where you have to push the high side to clear him out.
Oh, he wants it. Oh, just missing each other. They both fired at the same time. Meanwhile, there has been a development. A lot of players being dropped, and it's going to be a 2v2. Just like, now a 2v1. Dezo, 1v2. You got to make it happen, my boy. Powers misses the shot. That gives a chance for Dezo to reset and line up another.
He needs to take this off the left hand. Yeah. Okay, he knows where the sniper is.
Bit of a funky play.
Yeah, just challenge. Take your sniper battles, my guy. Look up to Demise. Nope, Demise ain't gonna give it to you.
Oh, is he getting greedy? He's getting greedy.
I love it.
He's
got
getting
out.
greedy.
That was perfect. I love this.
You never see this, Blaze, literally. Now he has a chance.
But he got options.
He does now, anyways. But he might be a little bit trapped, too. He's got to open. Oh, man. Powers is ready to light up a shot. We'll see it from Dezo's perspective. Torquebo out. Dezo doing everything in his power to clutch this round.
Yeah, he got what he needs, too. Okay, some bows, some snipes, some pistol ammo.
Now he just needs
nades on the mid-bridge if you need them.
Oh, he's pushing.
I love that.
Oh, he can do this. He can.
That was a good block. fire, though.
It was. Now Demise will take the low side himself. Dezo trying to line it up. He can't snipe out big body, but no one there to follow it up, obviously. The overtime hill is going to be coming into play shortly. This has definitely been a chess match without question.
I like this move. But can he hide his presence? Powers just saw him.
Ooh.
Oh, I love this being in the water.
Okay, so he needs Powers to miss a shot, honestly, because I
He
think
needs
Powers,
to rev this bow.
Powers is going to get a shot. And you're right, he needs to rev the bow. He needs to take priority here. Overtime hill should be getting captured shortly. There it is. He connects onto one, but he can't get the touch. Demise surely gets the capture, and he does just in the nick of time. Such a great effort, but Blaze, he falls short in the end.
He does. I thought he was at least going to get the reset. He wants the reset and back roll in that situation, and great active here. Catches Powers. Demise. Ooh, oh, that last tick.
Yep.
Oh, that moves so fast.
But man, good job from eUnited holding their ground, playing that well, and a great effort from PK as a whole. But now onto a fresh round. You gotta let that one go. All tied up 4-4, which means just 4-4. Powers, shot. Obviously PK keeping their head down. TJ will get this, the torque bow. Looks like he's gonna get away scot-free.
Yeah, he will. Great pickup off the start. Dezenai is not taking any free shots. Well, he's not taking any shots as soon as he picks up the scope, because within the first 5 to 10 seconds of the round, well, like as soon as if you pick up the snipe right away, you have about 5 to 7 seconds from there to make some big plays, right?
Sure.
Before everyone settles in a map, the mid-bridge fight is over, and you're in this type of situation. So I think those are the most crucial seconds on Canals. But when you're in a position like this, you have to stay mobile, look for angles, keep the marks out. I love how he's walking up to this position so no one can hear him. He'll go wide.
Target my mark!
What a ballsy move, but I respect it.
From Dezo?
Yeah, that was clean.
Yeah.
It wasn't the shot wasn't there, but I talked about getting mobile, right?
You did.
He got mobile. He tried to make a shot. Now he's going to reposition himself. Keep people thinking. You also got to start thinking about what is my opponent going to do? Oh, they're going to go high side. Okay. Power says I need a smoke.
Is this Identitas pushing? Oh, yeah. Raver, Identitas pushing. Powers misses the shot.
Man.
This is an opportunity to collapse and make it happen. Powers can't hit. That's 2 down. Now it's going to be just 2 more left from eUnited. Dezo trying to keep their heads down. Speaking in regards to Demise, TJ, good body. One more remains. And TJ's getting surrounded. Oh, he's about to drop down low. And there's another one. You throw your life away. That's fiercely. Surely you don't give away a 1v3. One more bow remains. His head's gone. And PK will respawn. Round 5, they bring it 3-2.
All right. Slowly but surely climbing their way back into this one. And, somewhere in Dezenai's mind, he's like, yo, we should have been up 3-2. Don't worry. We got these guys. We're coming back in it. Off that confidence alone, my body tells me we may see this one get tied up. But even though I'm feeling that, we still need to see the play.
That's right.
If I had to, give one of my favorite observers in the world a little tip on this one, I say Dezenai is the one to watch.
Dezenai, the one to watch. We are going to have him on your screen as
I think he was already there.
Sniper picked up. Powers ready. He's aiming it up. And now, are you a wizard or are you a wizard?
I am. I truly am. I've been watching too much Gears, okay? 16 years of my life. I just feel when the plays are about to happen. Now, a man advantage here for the Pittsburgh. No!
Oh, you don't want to challenge that.
Yes, you do.
You do?
Yeah.
If you're Dezo?
That. Yeah, you want that.
Oh, he didn't want it enough. Like I said, you really want to challenge?
He went for dyslexic, okay? It wasn't a challenge on Powers. He just took too long lining up that shot. You can't spend that much time out of cover.
All right, well, I'm feeling now maybe eUnited might have the advantage at the moment. Fiercely, he's going to be safe if he doesn't challenge Identities on the other side. He'll back at least one up. But man, this is going to be a tense moment. I think that is going to last until we get to the overtime hill.
I've clutched the most of my life from that position where Powers is right now. Like in that high side connect where you hit that first shot. Having a right hand on the high side, being able to look over my shoulder on the mid-bridge. I love that. Those stairs right there are clutch central now. Oh, you're dead. You're dead.
You called
you're
it
dead,
right
bro.
Before it happened. Dyslexic gone. But hey, Powers is still up, okay? And I tell you what, I don't care who you are. If Powers is still alive, it's always possible. Identities, do you think he thought about it too much? Should he have fired?
Yeah, he thought about it way too much. Powers knows where you are. You got plenty of ammo. Take a shot.
Well, Powers is making a move. Oh my lord, he is really making a move, but he takes too much damage. Identitive says, come on, man, because I got Fiercely ready for you. We're tied up 3-3.
All right, I felt that one. Now, I don't know where we go from here, chat. Okay? Talk to me. Ask me again in 3 more rounds, Taylor, what's going to happen in the next round after that. I need to gather some more intel because it is even Stevens 3-3 in this map, number 5. All right. I call for Dezo to make the play that last round.
Call another one.
Fiercely.
Fiercely, really?
Fiercely. No, Raver.
Raver?
He's
all right. Raver to make the first move, then we're on board with him. He's been getting worked by TJ pretty consistently. Nice. It's going to be who's going to be unstunned first.
Down.
Raver has to back down.
I love that.
You know what? That's okay. Raver still made an impactful play. Stayed alive.
Yeah, he did. Once he saw his nade bounce down the bridge and rolled down the stairs, he rolled down as well. He knew that he didn't have that last second stun and he wanted to get that kill. So great awareness from Raver not to throw away his life, just trying to commit to a dead play. And as this round slows down, I don't think we'll see any bow pickups anytime soon. Nades are not picked up either. Powers has been guarding those. But granted, his team has them. I'm the type, you know, I will sit on top of it. Like, if I'm on the mid-bridge, who is that on the mid-bridge? It is TJ.
Yep.
I just sit right there in front of those nades. I don't overthink it. I hold my position. I keep my eyes on the sniper. And as soon as you see him even make a little movement, like he's running somewhere, you grab nades and you get ready to make the play. He's too far to make the play right now. He's not even thinking about picking up nades, but I think he should be. He's talking to his team, gathering intel.
Oh, a push on mid-bridge, really? Oh, no, they're going to full send it straight into player 2 of Demise, and Powers now has to readjust. Unfortunately, Demise is already lost, but Powers is here for... Oh, this could be a big cleanup for Powers. A 1v2 in front. He'll pick up one. He backs away for the reset. Powers goes for the reach out. The Dyslexic will join. The help is in. Raver, though, still holding him down low.
Yeah, Raver's going to try to cut the spine. He got a right hand, though. TJ getting angled out. He can't get his fight. Now, Raver says, I'm getting pushed in the spine. Oh, he tried to get a chunk.
2v2.
There's the nade pickup from Dezenite.
Overtime Hill's going to be in play shortly. Identity does have the torque bow. Dezo's going to be taking down Powers. Dezo hits another body. Surely around for PK. Dyslexic down, and they have done it officially. A lead change in favor of PK.
Yeah, you know, the nade that Dezenite threw, he knew that players were going to get desperate and trying to roll away from it. They were going to get frantic, and once he tossed it, he got to snipe up, look for a kill, and he got a good one there on Powers. Great headshot from him. PK, they're feeling really confident right now in this moment.
Unleash the Queen's vengeance.
Powers, he needs a big play.
That's the guy?
Tied up 4-4.
All right.
He needs a play off the start, yeah. This is the guy that you rely on if you're an eUnited fan. That's what I'm channeling.
Headshot off the rip. Headshot off the rip. Who does he got?
Let's see if you're my duo.
Best shot would be on Dezo, but he's going to focus on Fiercely. Misses. That's unfortunate, but he's going to have a second attempt. Fiercely might pop his head up, but he's a bit too smart for that, isn't he? He's gonna stay low.
He's going to pop his head off to the side if he's going to do anything. He won't pop it up over the top of that cover, knowing that he's being watched. You know, like in this position right here, since no one can really shoot you, and if you know exactly where the sniper is, I love just being annoying. I'll keep my scope right up on top of you the whole time.
Well, you just get aim down sight.
Yeah, you can see the glint.
Don't care about right or left side. No,
you
just
can see.
focus
Well,
up
I
ahead.
got the Astro, so I hear right or left. You know Dyslexic is up there.
I'm walking all the way.
But just, you know, who cares if they see the glint on the scope?
Sure.
You still got to move.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They know where he's at. I mean, there's no secret.
They know where he's at, you know, so... Hey, I'll just be playing around, pop shot and moving around, some inconsistent movement, so you can't find consistency in me.
Fiercely crossed. It's fully over. I think I heard a shot ring out from afar. That was Dezo, obviously.
Yeah, he's lining up, looking to strike.
Oh, what's the stunt going to? So what is the move? Or shoot me the smoke. My bad. My apologies.
To the mid-bridge.
Down low, so they're going for mid-bridge attack. eUnited trying to take the bull by the horns. So nice shot from Dezo. Drops Demise. Demise on a second down and out. A finish is going to come through. And now Powers last alive, but he's making a move. He's pushing up. Identives. He's full red, but hey, the bait switches down. But hey, Identives is down, and Powers, though, will fall. And I can't believe it. Pittsburgh Knights on map point, series point.
Map point, series point once again. PK could have closed it out in map number 4, but when it all happened, they just didn't get in the hill in time, and Demise just clutched up. You know, get into that hill.
Yep.
It was like a 6-5 type of score line if we were playing execution. Is the same story gonna happen now? eUnited needs to win 2 rounds in a row. Chat, blow it up. They need your energy. eUnited, they sit 4 down low. No sniper pickups. At least it comes in late.
Oh my gosh. There it is. But Powers. He doesn't want to lose this. 3v2. Oh no, but it's a 2v2 place. All of those shots. All of those shots.
He missed the easy
what were they for? 1v2. Powers has to get more.
Oh, he has to get more.
This is a team ace. He's going for a team
ace. He got an ace, though. That was perfect. Now he just needs to protect the bow. Raver, you don't know.
Oh, he's swinging it. Oh my gosh, he missed. It's okay. Reset is in, but the gap's going to close quickly. Nasher out, fiercely dead. Another 1v4. Another 1v4. Nades are out. It's no choice.
Oh my God! The best player in the game. 1v4 clutch. eUnited. They stay in the map. Back-to-back headshots. Double kill right after. You know what I was talking about? He was holding that trigger.
Play of the day.
Yo, he holding that trigger. Why
wow.
me and Taylor just dapped up like we clutched it. I don't know why
I heard
we did
play
that.
of the year.
Play of the year.
It might be. I think that one's more impactful, even the one they got on horses, bro. That was amazing.
eUnited fans, where you at?
eUnited staying alive because Powers knew how to make it happen.
Yo, what you got? Come on, bro.
2 more rounds still needed, Blaze. 2 more rounds still needed.
Yo, I got 2 all-star members out here. I don't know where to cheer for, but Powers.
Desmond's dead. Desmond's dead. Powers got him. I guarantee you. Watch it. Pop your head out again. First blood going towards Raver. Powers needs to line one up. Once again, having to be the hero. He falls. This is big for PK. Demise last alive. And despite the ace in the previous round, eUnited will still fall in the final. 6-4. PK will defeat eUnited, drop them down the loser's bracket, and they will move forward to winners finals.
Yeah, Raver's awake. MVP, 10K damage. What a map that was.
What a series, bro.
What a map that was. Oh, my.
Yeah.
Oh, my. PK, you move forward.
Wow.
You play the winner of Rebel and Cassidy Papel to make it to the winners finals.
Man.
2 teams from Latin America that you know very, very well. The Knights. They're thriving.
Bro, and it's so crazy. You go from an ultimate high, an ace by yourself, a 1v4. Well, not technically a 1v4, but he got 2 at the rip, and then he had to do the 1v2, and he wins it. To then the next round, it's over in just like 20 seconds. Talk about polar opposite. But Pittsburgh Knights, winning against eUnited in the fashion that they did, beating them on Canals, like that is a magnificent feat. Latin America, they seem to be in good hands.
Yeah, they do seem to be in good hands indeed. It was eUnited a 3-1 on that map.
I know.
Lost 4 in a row.
I know.
Okay, and they put themselves in a bad spot. They had some opportunities, but Desanite, 2 headshots on Dyslexic.
Right.
You saw some big body shots hit as well, some plays being made on the mid-bridge. Fiercely, too, as well, clutching up. And so, from that point on, they just started to build up there towards the end. And you see Powers knowing that he has to step up in this moment, right?
Yep.
Talk about a player on the brink of elimination says, I got a clutch, and he did it.
And he did it.
And he did it. But he can't do it all.
He can't do it all.
He can't.
He cannot do it all. And it's just, Powers is one of those guys that just seems like legitimately just invincible, right? And it's just, he still is at times, but man,
talk about being a team to get clutched on 1v4 and you come back the next round and win it.
I know.
That's composure on the side of PK as well.
And I've always challenged their composure, but they clearly had it in that final round. Pittsburgh Knights, well done to you, Latin American fans. I know you are happy. eUnited,
vamos!
If they want to make grand finals, it's going to have to be done through losers, but I'm sure we're going to be seeing them again. Hey, we're going to be kicking it over to the analysts who all voted eUnited, but PK, they get a miraculous victory. Let's break it down.
Miraculous seems to be the word. I mean, not one of us, casters included, don't act like y'all would have predicted PK to win. Would have predicted the Pittsburgh Knights doing it the way that they've been playing this weekend in Pro League versus eUnited. We all thought it'd be eUnited riding into the sunset of the winners bracket semifinals. Instead, vamos PK, they advance. What a series that was. We got to take a look through the highlights of this series because it was a roller coaster.
Yeah, no, it certainly was. This series was incredible, and we've seen so many incredible matchups between different variations of eUnited and the Pittsburgh Knights over the years. This once again delivered a Game 5 all the way down to the wire. There was clutches happening all over the place. Such an incredible display of skill, talent, and teamwork from these two teams. If you're a fan of Gears Esports, that's everything you love.
I'm going to have to absolutely agree with you. I mean, I was on the edge of my seat that entire series. And you can see in the highlights here, even the highlights themselves are just back and forth. It's a clip for eUnited, it's a clip for PK right here. Beautiful drop shot control right there by Demise. But then next round, turn around and look at Dezo getting a kill, unfortunately cleaned up. Powers with the sniper. What an absolute animal with this sniper rifle, by the way. No wonder he's up for the award for the marksman, or what's the name of that?
Best precision weapons specialist.
Precision weapon specialist, and he's living up to every word of that title. I mean, I was literally sitting there with mouth open most of the series.
Yeah, it's just
insane. Right, keep going.
No, I was going to say, it's just unbelievable stuff. I mean, Powers, as always, I mean, it's one of those things where we've almost come to be used to him making these kinds of plays. We're used to him absolutely popping off all the time, but he always still finds a way to make you jump out of your seat in a different way. An absolute incredible performance. Obviously, they didn't quite get the job done. I want to give a ton of credit to the Pittsburgh Knights, right? They did not look good heading into this match. We were starting to question things like, was this the right trade, bringing Idenus back? Idenus is one of those players, right? These are the moments where having a player like him in your comms, having a player like him in your teams pays dividends. A player who will never give up, a player who will help uplift the rest of the team. That was just an incredible performance by PK. Obviously, this was a bit of a grudge match, right? A lot of just, battles over the years, but man, what a freaking ending.
But I want to raise the question, right? Because we're obviously giving them a lot of praise, and congratulations to Pittsburgh Knights for managing to pull out this victory. Absolute nail biter. But there's a big caveat here. Do we think that Pittsburgh Knights was actually playing up to the level of what we know eUnited could do? Or do we think eUnited was just not on top of their game? Because, as we're going back through some of these replays, a lot of the play, it could be argued it's not up to, the teams on the other side of the bracket. It's not up to the caliber of Arise, how they looked earlier today. So was this enough of a showing from PK to make us think, oh, they might have a chance in this major. They might be able to bring home the last Gears Esports major to LATAM?
Yeah, for me, I mean, PK is one of those teams that, and you know this, Ash, from over the years, right? As long as this team makes it to Sunday, they're going to be a threat, right? You always know this team seemingly gives you a very good performance. How many times have we said, man, they're not looking good, and they find a way into the grand finals, right? So this is a team that I know can get better over the course of a tournament, right? Of course, they had that loss in pool play. I'm sure they learned a lot. And you could even make a case. I mean, look at that Spire control. You can make a case that the Pittsburgh Knights could have and maybe should have won that one, too. The way that map ended was pretty insane as well. So I do want to say that I think the Knights gave us a very, very good performance. A lot of players stepped up for this team, right? With United, we saw a lot of big time plays coming out of Powers. I felt like I saw more coming from more of the wholesome unit on the Knights this time around.
Yeah, and I agree with that. Ash, I think that's a great question to pose, right? Because at the end of the day, my heart wants to say that PK just elevated and stepped up, because they really did. You got to give credit where credit's due. But then you see Canals, map 5, Powers doing everything possible to be Superman, round in and round out. I mean, your teammate gets a 4-piece ace, basically a 1v4 like that. If I'm his teammates, I'm getting hyped and I'm saying we're not losing after that. Let's all step up and rally around Powers. But the reality was, they didn't do anything. In the next round, they lose the initial, they lose the fight on high ground, and they leave it on Powers' shoulders again with the sniper in his hands. And of course, Powers can't do it back to back, and the Knights close it out. But in the end, I think the Knights did step up. You got to give credit where credit's due. And as a result, look at that Rebel versus Casa de Papel match. We're going to have a LATAM versus LATAM semifinal, and a North America US versus LATAM winners semifinal. So 3 Latin American teams will be in this one, Ash.
Yeah, I mean, that's impressive. And I know the LATAM region is probably excited because this is looking more and more in their favor. Having three people or 3 teams in the semifinals on the winner's side of the bracket. But, it's a double elim tournament and anything is possible, really. So eUnited going to losers bracket. And you can see here, they're going to be playing against Twilight in that first match, which I'm a little bit worried for them in that regard. Obviously, I'm a fan of eUnited, so seeing them going up against that team that looked so strong against Rise yesterday, eUnited's down on themselves. I mean, obviously, Powers was trying to pull them across the finish line and couldn't quite do it. So what does that look like going into a match against a team that's hungry to prove themselves here at the end of the Gears Esports Major?
Yeah, and I want to point out one other thing as well. Team Queso up 2-1 over Northern Forces at the bottom of your screen. So again, the LATAM community steps up. I mean, I think that every single tournament we've been in, Ryan, that I can remember the last many tournaments we've been in, it's always been 2-2 in the winter semifinals. 2 American teams, 2 LATAM teams. And then, 8 teams remaining, 4-4. 4 teams remaining, 2-2. And sometimes in the finals, 1-1. But for the first time in a long time or ever, I don't know if I can recall seeing this, we got 3 LATAM teams in the winter semifinals, and this might be the best chances we've seen yet for Latin America to win their first championship. Ryan, it's crazy to think about.
Yeah, it definitely feels like it's much more stacked than it usually is. I mean, the last few events, I have to kind of look back at the previous brackets, but the last few events, we've had a lot of NA teams because of the fact that KCP was very strong, Rise very strong, eUnited very strong, all 3 NA teams. We've had the Pittsburgh Knights, of course, come through and get in the top 4 quite a bit, but we haven't seen as much strength coming out from all of the rest of the teams in the region. So this is definitely very exciting. I'm super excited to see that Fury 1 team and what they're going to continue to do, because that's been one of the best storylines all weekend long. A team that I guarantee you nobody expected to be a threat for this championship. So there's a lot to look forward to. On the bottom side of the bracket, of course, you mentioned the Team Queso versus Northern Forces matchup. If you're a fan of Gears Esports, that one's a little bit bittersweet because that does mark the end of a run for a legend on either end, right? Of course, if you have Northern Forces, there's Kenny and Lava, 2 of the most storied players. On the side of Team Queso, you have Summons, right? Some just very, very impactful players from our franchise. So this is kind of the point in the bracket where things start getting crazy, runs start ending, but I'm super excited to see how both sides play out.
Yeah, that's right. Gosh, this has to be one of the most exciting majors we have had yet. That match was insane, and I agree with you, Ash. We were on the edge of our seats, losing our mind here in the studio. You should have heard us. It was in a ridiculous 5-game nail-biter between these 2 teams, eUnited and Pittsburgh Knights. In the end, PK end up on top and secure their spot in the winners bracket semi-final. We got nothing but great matches to continue on tonight. Hope you're all enjoying the action at home for the very last Gears Esports major. It's so sad to say, but please spread the word. Let's throw this thing out and send it away the right way, and spread the word, of course, as well. We'll be right back, though. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have an interview live with the winners in Pittsburgh Knights, courtesy of Jordan Curl, the one and only. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Gears Summer Major. I am Jordan Curl, joined alongside Infernus, coach of PK. You come off with a big win right there, Infernus. How are you feeling? Just what are your initial thoughts, walking away from that one?
We're feeling pretty excited and confident because we were supposed to win that Spire. We were like coming back from three hills in a row, but unfortunately it didn't happen that way. So we kept focus on Canals, and that's why we're here, waiting for the semifinals.
Sure. So the broadcast team let me know in the back that there was a little bit of spice between you guys in Discord. What's going on? What was the conversation like for you guys?
Yeah, it's because they were like, they were crying because Fiercely just pissed them off. You got that play when he killed 3 guys like in a row, making the emote like of the I'm here.
Yeah, flexing.
Yeah, he was flexing, and I think they got mad, really mad.
Yeah, I see the guys in the back, doing some bowing to each other. Very funny.
Yeah, they're here.
Yeah, I love that. So I did want to talk to you as well about, how did it feel? Because you already touched on Spire, so we don't have to go back to that one. But overall, with that loss in map 4 and then heading into map 5, you guys were down, but came back, won 4 rounds in a row. Talk to us about how badly you want to win this event.
We were pretty sure about the Canals was going to be the last map, so we actually saw everything before playing the match. And since we tried to make the comeback in Spire, and we couldn't, we knew that we were killing them like 3 hills in a row. We had that mentality that they were not winning fights, so that's why we were pretty confident in Canals. At the beginning was like a little bit of hard because of powers and this, but eventually we came out.
Right. And obviously, you guys have so many weapons on your team. You talked about powers for eUnited, but you guys had moments where everyone had to step up in a big way. And Dezo pulling off huge shots. Fiercely, you already talked about flexing. How does it feel having so many weapons? And how do teams really prepare for you when anybody can step up in a moment like that?
It's because we have like everyone has trust in each other, so they know if one is not getting the play, the other one's gonna make something to get something, and
Sure.
that's we're confident. We're pretty confident about it.
Right. So you're confident, but I think there has been some lack of confidence, to say the least, across the board. This is my last question. Do you personally feel doubted coming into this event just as a team?
We were having some up and downs in Pro League, but because we were like making a new game style because of Identity joining the team, we had to like change the whole role because Monkeys was like he had a different role in the team, and with that new change, we had to like apply the change and make a new game style. So that's why we were like a little bit of getting ups and downs, and that's why.
Sure. So you've booked your ticket now into Winners Round 3. And do you have anything, final words that you want to say to your fans back in Latin America as well?
Can I say it in Spanish?
Oh, yes, sí.
Bueno, muchas gracias a todos los que nos están apoyando y también a los que nos están tirando hate también. Las dos cosas sirven. Vamos a dar nuestro mejor esfuerzo para intentar traer este último campeonato para LATAM. Y pues la verdad es todo o nada este último evento. Muchas gracias a todos por apoyar.
Congratulations, Infernus. Great job on this win. This might be the spark that we need to see from you guys. And PK, let's take it to the analyst desk. Guys, John, how are you feeling after this one?